there's ways that they could work around it that and incorporate both sides where they could have it. But do we know they're going to do it? No. So I do agree with you that the way he's looking at it is in a lot of ways anti-consumer. But if he achieves it right and he actually does something good with it, then it won't be such anti-consumer. Like I said, I think personally, my opinion, he should have it where a month or two after the game comes out on game subscription, he should put it on Xbox Gold.
All right, we are live. We are live with that opening conversation. What's going on, everybody? It's T Reaper, and I'm back with another Digital Blend podcast.
Yo, you need to let people know when you go live, fuck boy.
That was a fun opening conversation. I was just letting you talk. No, we're back. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff tonight. We have our special guest Resurrection here again tonight, and seeing as the audio does work this time, you should be able to hear him perfectly fine. Resurrection, introduce yourself.
I'm Resurrection. They call me, Crumb Snatcher. I'm your favorite Crumb Snatcher. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Rambo.
Thanks for the invite.
Resurrection's battery's low right now. He doesn't got enough food in his tank.
It is a little low. Matter of fact, let's see. We got 11 minutes left till this shit gonna be ready.
Rambo, King Pony, introduce yourself. Okay, Jay, introduce yourself.
This is your boy Jay, Centuries from Centuries Gaming, coming live to you on the T Reaper Digital Blendcast. T Reaper, are you sure we're live? Because I went to your channel and it does not show that we're live.
I'm looking right at it.
All right, well, send me the link so I can tweet it out.
Yeah, send me the link too, because I don't see shit live.
Yeah, I'm looking at your channel right now and it does not show live, bro.
It looked like we dead right now. That's what it looked like. It looked like we fucking dead.
Well, it is live streaming. I have to. Anyway. So I'll let Resurrection get his food before I bring him into the conversation tonight. So
you gonna send that link too?
I'm gonna send that link right now. Let me do that. I can't do two things at once, so calm the hell down. No, videos, live streams.
Yeah, I don't see shit live. Ain't shit live right now.
Yeah, Reaper trying to get us, man.
Yeah, I don't know what he got going on.
It doesn't show it in my videos, but it is live.
I didn't refresh your shit a couple times.
Yeah, man, you might want to check.
Okay. What the hell? See now?
Yeah, because I'm refreshing everything, bro, and it is not live at all.
Okay, I did legitly. It is like it's saying live, but now it's like bad frame rate. The fuck?
Reaper, man.
Your internet be trash, bro. It be
trash.
My
internet is 150 over 30, sir.
Well, you need to get 300 over 20.
Reaper, check the box at the top. Does it say on your stream health? What does it say for your stream health?
It says bad. It says it's in red.
Okay, so then it's not going to be live if it's in red.
Yeah, your shit ain't live. You talking.
Rambo, are you planning on buying a new GPU anytime soon? Or are you just staying completely console?
Can you guys see it now?
Let me refresh the page.
I'm gonna probably buy a 1080 Ti or.
Oh shit! The fuck? He came out of nowhere.
I thought I was talking, man. I didn't know I had to mute.
No, your mic was on mute.
Damn.
No, it's not live, Reaper. I'm on your channel. I refreshed the page and I went back even to my subscription and it's not there.
Yep.
Okay, well, it does say live for me. It even says stream resumed.
Brother, man, your shit is not live.
If it's live, send us. Hold on, T Reaper. If it's live, send us the link to the video.
Want to know why? Try now.
On you.
Your shit is in the cloud.
That imaginary cloud at that.
Power of the cloud.
Now I see.
Yeah, that's because it was on unlisted. It was on unlisted by accident.
Man, God damn you, T Reaper, man.
Fucking Xbox fanboys, man. They can't even run the damn PC right.
Hell no, they can't do shit right.
Fuck.
Alright.
This is coming from a PlayStation fanboy.
Alright, now that I got it, run correctly. Alright, we're back with the Digital Blend podcast. Rambo finally came back, so King Pony, introduce yourself one time.
I'm Rambo in Rambo's corner, just trying to figure out this fucking Xbox One S. That shit.
You need any help? I'll help you.
Whoa! You said what now? Wait a minute. Stop the press. What you said? You trying to figure out what?
S crap, man. The fucking store and like they fucked up the whole UI, man.
You don't like the UI? I guess it's better.
Yeah, before we continue, Rambo, please
What?
tell me that you're not gonna go and buy every fucking game on Xbox like you did
Fuck
PlayStation.
no, man.
Okay.
That's the reason why I bought an Xbox One S, because there's not enough games on Xbox to warrant the price of a Scorpio.
Thank you. Someone else agrees to what I'm saying right now. They have to show me a lot of games for me to warrant that.
Why you saying like I didn't say the same shit? Like we ain't already.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying the people that are overhyping this console.
I don't think they overhyping the console. The console is going to be a great console.
Rez, I'm telling you right now, me and you are watching two different channels. I'm telling you right now, we are watching two different channels.
What you mean?
Even Rambo can agree there's way too much overhype for this console.
For the console itself?
Yes, for the console itself.
Or you talking about the contents of the console? The
I
console.
think the overhype for the subject itself is just way too out of proportion.
It's just way too fucking overhyped, and I think, especially with like what they're all saying, that's what E3 is going to be. Like a lot of these guys are touting E3 like the second Jesus. Like I said earlier, I think we need to lower our expectations on that because we don't know what they're going to show at E3.
I agree with you 100%, and I think the only reason you saying that, Jay, is because we in here right now, and it ain't a whole bunch of them other people. Because earlier you was talking a whole lot of shit.
Said the same thing there, but you wouldn't listen to what I'm saying. Okay. I've been saying this. T Reaper can even vouch for this. I've been saying this even with T Reaper for weeks now. That the overhype for the console is way too much. That's hurting the actual brand itself.
This isn't the second coming of God. This isn't the second coming of Jesus. Jesus isn't getting resurrected. No pun intended on resurrection. But
I think
it's just another console, and like hyping it up like the second coming of God is just going to kill the hype before it even.
Well, what it's going to do is it's going to set these Xbox channels up to be like the making fun of them for the next however many years, because they're proclaiming all these different things: 4K 60, 4K textures, 4K this, and 60 frames for that, and Red Dead Redemption 2, and all these things like that. Whenever it comes down to it, and you're running 4K 30, or you're running upscaled 4K, 30 frames per second or whatever, they're going to look foolish. And every time you try to talk to them and tell them, like, look, that 480 is not capable of running 4K 60 every fucking game.
No, it's not.
And they're just like, oh, you're mad. You got that Scorpio hate, and I'm like, no, man.
Hey, Resurrection.
I got fucking reality.
Let me ask you this, Rambo, because you're the one that got me into PC gaming along with Brim and them, right? Can two 480s Crossfire achieve what a 1080i can do?
I don't even achieve what 1080 Ti can do. 1080 Ti can do a little bit more, but the 480 Crossfire can do the 4K 60 on Ultra on some games and high on the others.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, can it achieve what one high-powered graphics card can do?
Oh, both yeah. Oh, I mean, close, yeah. Maybe two of those can do what 1080 Ti.
All right, I want to make sure because D was telling me that, and I know I'm not a tech guy. I just basically built with what you told me, so I wanted to ask you.
What did D tell you? Because God, that.
Well, he was saying that his two 480 Crossfires can beat my fucking 1080.
Can beat your 1080?
Yeah.
I'd have to look that. It'd be a close match between the two.
That's what I was thinking, but I was like, not a lot of games really support Crossfire XLI, but like, I'm only going off of what you and Brimstone told me because I haven't really looked into that.
Yeah.
Why the fuck does it matter, Jay? God damn.
Huh? No, I'm just
Resurrection.
Asking.
No, Resurrection. I got an honest question for you. Do you really think Phil Spencer needs to shut the fuck up, or do you think that he just needs to basically stop talking to the media?
He just
he needs to. That to me, that's one and the same. I think he needs to shut the fuck up. And what is Phil? Is Phil like the head of Xbox?
He's the head of Xbox.
Yeah, he's
why doesn't he have somebody else designated to do these type of things for him? That's what I don't understand. Phil is doing too much goddamn.
Phil was a PR guy.
Okay,
when he was originally he's been with Microsoft since the original Xbox, and when he first joined with Microsoft, he was a PR guy, and then he did game development. Then he was the head of their game development division. So like he's used to doing PR.
Well, it sounds like he forgot his training in the PR field. But all I'm saying is, I personally think Phil needs to shut the fuck up. There's no reason for him to say anything at this point. I feel like the Xbox Scorpio is getting a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of talk right now. Like there's a lot of media around the Xbox Scorpio. Okay. It's getting a lot of positive. It's getting a lot of positive. It's getting a lot of positive news. Okay.
The problem I have.
But wait, I have a bone to pick with Resurrection.
Okay, go ahead.
You said in your video that like Xbox is kind of winning right now because of the fact of like they've kept the talk on Scorpio.
I ain't say they was winning. I said they had the momentum.
Momentum, yeah. Well, yes. I mean, winning momentum, yeah. But don't you think that the only reason that the talk is about Scorpio right now is because there's literally nothing else to fucking talk about from Xbox?
Maybe.
Like that.
I think it is that.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what the reason why people are talking about Scorpio. All I know is that the media, that has been a hot topic, is the Scorpio. I don't know why. I don't have the reason why. I can't say. I don't even think it matters because at this point they're getting a lot of positive news, in my opinion. So why do you have Phil Spencer out here just running his mouth about shit that does? I mean, why? Why are you talking? Why are you saying the things that you're saying when you have no reason to do that? Just come to E3, show some fucking games. Let me tell you what they're gonna do at E3. They're gonna come to E3 with the Scorpio. All we're gonna hear about is the Scorpio. They're going to show you certain games that are multi-plats that look amazing, that run amazing on the Scorpio. I doubt we hear anything about a whole bunch of exclusive games at E3. I really don't see it happening.
Phil said himself that don't expect a lot of surprises.
That's what I'm saying. We're gonna go.
But then you have a whole bunch of people saying that there are going to be surprises,
and that's what irritates me about this community.
Oh shit! I'll be right back. I gotta go get my pizza. Hold on,
okay. What I was gonna say before he went back, I was saying that's what irritates me about this community is because what the biggest problem I have with some of the guys in the Xbox community is they take everything he says verbatim and they either twist the words around or they overhype something that he says, and then when it comes not true, they get upset, and then they're like, "Well, this is what he claimed."
Do you really think that article was like plagiarized though, and that Phil really didn't say that Horizon and Zelda?
He never. Okay, if you go look at the original source, and this is where I think people take it out. The original source came from Xbox On. It was a 19-minute video. All Phil stated in that video was single-player games don't have the momentum as a service-based games. Now he clarified what a service-based game is to him on Twitter. And he was saying a heavily intensive multiplayer-based game with services involved into it. And he was talking about games like Overwatch, Call of Duty, stuff like that.
Like Destiny.
But he never stated in the original 19-minute video, he never said Horizon or Zelda. Ever. No, so I don't know where... I know that where it came in the article, because people put that in the article, but I don't know where he ever actually stated that in that 19-minute video. Yes.
He did other interviews besides that video.
Huh? Well, I
know he did other interviews besides that, but I'm just saying
I couldn't find where that Guardian interview came from. I couldn't find where that came from.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at because the original video, if you go back and you do source links on them and find out where the original source came from, Rambo, it all recovers back to Xbox On, which is where that 19-minute video came from. So I'm trying to figure out where he quoted that games like Horizon and Zelda don't sell as well, because I can't find that quote anywhere where he actually quoted that verbatim to another article.
Yeah, because you had the podcast on Friday basically thinking that whole thing was plagiarized and wasn't even true from the core that he.
Who said that?
It was K Mega and his group that said that.
Okay, I can agree with what K Mega, but if you said Crap Gamer said that, I can't believe that was Crap, because Crap fucking plagiarizes a lot of articles and claims they say one thing when they don't.
I can't even agree with you on KK Mega part.
K Mega's a lot more logical than a lot of the other guys.
No, he's not.
Everybody in that cast was thinking that article was plagiarized and it wasn't even true. And
of course they were.
But I'm thinking I can't find where this video from The Guardian comes from, but it was actually, to me, it was basically saying, these games suck. But
when I looked for the video from The Guardian, it came back to Xbox On.
So they legitimately took what he said in Xbox On and basically.
That's from what the research I did. Like I said, if someone can actually find me the original source link of where he actually said that, if it actually Guardian actually originally did an interview or not. But every article that I read last week that was referring to this, they all referred back to Xbox On. 19-minute video. So I mean, unless you have some new information that I don't have, Rambo, that's where I'm going to go with what I know.
Yeah, because there was the Xbox On interview, which was really good, and then there was.
Hold on, well, give it a few minutes, and Rambo will find something because calling him out like that, he's gonna find it.
And then
Then
there was the IGN Unlocked, but that came out 3 days before Zelda, so I highly doubt that's where it's from.
No, it's not from that either because I watched that entire thing like 3 different times, and he never stated that either. I even asked Jimmy the same thing because I was at the guy Jimmy gave me that's on the Weapon Wheel podcast. He did a video with the same thing. And I asked him, I was like, can you please timestamp me in this video where Phil actually stated that games like Horizon and Zelda aren't warranted anymore? Because Phil never actually stated that. And I never got a response. So, no one can tell me where he actually stated that in an article besides back to the Guardian article, which the Guardian article referred back to Xbox On.
And if they referred to Xbox On, technically what they did is took what he said in the actual interview.
Well, everybody eventually does that. I mean, it happens with inside gaming journalism. They take what they hear from the original source and they write it to the way that they want to write it to make it seem like that's what he said. That's why if you don't see it say for quote, then you shouldn't really take it as fact.
Well, I find...
And this is something that me and Rambo got in arguments in the past about, was I would quote something that someone said, but he would bring me the original source, and that wasn't what the original source said.
In this loft, nothing.
Yeah, so basically you're...
You created a monster, Rambo. Just know that.
No, I find it kind of amusing because Phil Spencer is, more of a single-player co-op guy, and he's not really a PvP guy, and yet, the article specifically...
Well, he tweeted out today when someone asked him about single-player games, and he tweeted out today saying that there are more single-player games coming.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is that...
Depending what they are is the question. That
because, are they going to be single player? Because he can say that, but are they going to be single player games like, say, Voodoo Vince type single player games and Recourse type single player, or are they going to be on the level of Horizon Zero Dawn and Zelda type single player, where they're big budget?
Well, see, that's where it's going to come down to. We can only find out based off time. Only time's going to tell us.
And is he going to do any of that crap where he's releasing single player broken up games to the Game Pass?
Games Pass.
And if he does that...
Well, see, he elaborated that on Twitter this weekend. He was talking, when he was referring to that, he was talking about having, from the way he was talking about it on Twitter, yet again, this is only 140 characters that you can write. The way he was referring to it was he wasn't talking about having, single-player games, per se, but he wanted to have heavily focused multiplayer-based games on Game Pass that are service-based, similar to Overwatch and stuff like that.
Okay, I'm back.
No. Because he did say single-player games.
No, he did say single-player games, but what he was stating was he wants that heavily intensive type of game like Overwatch. You know how Overwatch has all the services and stuff in it, so it keeps you coming back for more? That's what he wants to include into them games. It's stuff like that. Oh. So it keeps you coming back for more. I think what...
But do we honestly think single-player games are dying? Is that really something?
No, I don't think they're dying. I just think what his focus
on the Xbox brand.
I think, look, I think this is what Phil's focus is, and it's always been with Microsoft. They focus on less on the single-player aspect and more on the multiplayer aspect, and he's just reiterating what we already know what they do. Look at every Microsoft IP that comes out. It has some form of heavily intensive multiplayer-based aspect, and they still have single-player in there. I think it's the same thing. Microsoft is going to keep going with that heavily intensive multiplayer aspect, and they're going to focus a little less on the story-based telling and more on like heavily multiplayer intensive games.
So Jay, are you okay with that?
I'm fine with that because that was originally what sold me on the Xbox. If you want to know what originally sold me on the Xbox, it was Halo. It was because it was a heavily intensive multiplayer-based game.
Okay, but wait a minute. Bullshit, because the very first Halo was a very intensive single-player game.
Yes, but if you ask me what I did with the very first Halo, I played 90% of my time on Halo was going to other friends' house with our Xboxes, hooking them up, and playing nothing but the multiplayer.
Yeah, he was system.
Just like anyone else did. It was called LAN parties back in the day.
So you're really not too much worried about the single player driven games.
I'm not worried about it because, like, all right, here's the thing. I've always said this. I like Microsoft for the heavily multiplayer social features aspects that they have. I like their ecosystem. But when it comes to like single player games, if I really was into that, I would be playing on the PlayStation because they have the best single player experiences.
Okay,
that's general.
Let me just tell you something. The reason why Xbox is the way it is, basically, the secondary box to most gamers. It's because back in the original or back in the 360 days, Xbox had they still barely had any first party studios, but they had a couple of those third party exclusives and second party exclusives, but they had the third party companies on their side. So instead of actually investing in studios at that time and building up their portfolio, they just kind of rode the curtails of what's it called? The third party publishers, those deals. So now that they're actually in Xbox One, all the third party guys, they just kind of jump ship over to PlayStation, and now they're left basically almost looking like a Nintendo right now. And so now that if they're doing this and they're focusing on these service-based titles, yeah, sure, the industry is focused on that right now, or basically that's the trend right now. But since they're not actually putting any sort of resources into for single-player games and other types of games like that, they're not going to dump heavy focus into that. Then whenever the actual tide shifts over to single-player games again, they're going to be left high and dry yet again. They try to ride the trend.
Rambo,
I'm preparing for the future.
Rambo, I have never disagreed with what you just said right now, and because the reason why is because yes, back with the original Xbox, they tried to focus a lot on heavily single player based games, multiplayer games. They tried to that was the reason why Fable and J Empire and stuff did so well in the original Xbox. But then when the 360 came around, their sole focus was heavily multiplayer. That social aspect, because you could see it. I mean, that's what drew a lot of people over to the original Xbox was games that had that type of appeal, like Call of Duty, stuff like that. And they're still riding that trend, and they're not realizing that they need a larger portfolio of games besides just the Gears, Halo, and Forza.
So what are you playing right now, Jay? You talking about all these multiplayer games? What exactly is it that?
I told you what I was playing earlier when we were on Halo? The cast. I started Outlast 2, and I was talking about like how I originally didn't understand what the concept of the game was when I first bought it. When me and you were talking about it, because I didn't play the first one. And I've been playing, PC, and I just
playing that on Xbox.
I'm playing it on PC, and I just got almost finished. I'm on like 2 levels away from finishing Warhammer 40K Dawn of War 3. Oh, okay. And that's the games that I've been playing for the last week. Are them. Yeah. And then I was going to dive into the multiplayer for Warhammer 40K.
So what are these multiplayer games that you got with the Xbox that you...
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's nothing really right now that I haven't played that I'm not really too interested on the Xbox right now. You know? I mean, that's just honest. I've said this to everyone that I played on the Xbox. I have, since I got my PC, I've been a lot more attentive on the PC than I have on the Xbox because I've been playing games like fucking Ark Survival. I've been playing games like Conan, stuff like that, because I can play with a larger group of people. That's more interesting. The servers and everything. It's been a lot more. It's been new experiences that I've been able to get that I can't get on the console.
I just asking because you said that Microsoft provides a better online game.
That's Halo. I'm talking about games like Halo and Gears and stuff like that, but I can play them on the PC right now. Okay. I can play Halo 5.
That's 2 games. What other games?
That's it. That's all they have right now. I mean, they have Recore, but Recore's not multiplayer. They have fucking Quantum Break, that's not multiplayer. And they have Sunset Overdrive, which has a multiplayer aspect, but it's really not robust compared to like Halo or Gears is. So their main front runners are what is gravitating people over to the console for years. Gears, Forza,
so you're saying that Xbox has a better online games, but you said right now they only have Halo and Gears. Do you think that's enough of a reason for people to say, okay, I'm going to get an Xbox over a PlayStation?
I have 3 Xboxes.
No, it's not, because they don't have enough diverse lineup just to feel that besides the multiplats. And like, here's the question, Resurrection. Let me ask you this. And even though I don't own the PlayStation, I can say I agree with this. Right now, if you go buy a PlayStation, you can get a whole bunch of cheap first-party games on the PlayStation, right? That came out in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
And there's way more, right?
Sure.
And then you can play all your multiplats, the main popular multiplats, right? On the Xbox, you have a small lineup of games that people like to play, and you can go play all your multiplats. The PlayStation, if you go based off of exclusives, the PlayStation has more exclusives to warrant buying a system than the Xbox does. I mean that's just facts, bro.
Resurrection for me, all I really need is Halo, Titanfall 2, a little bit of COD, and I'm set.
But see what you're naming? You're naming multiplats.
Okay, but wait a minute.
That's a diverse lineup.
So, T Reaper, would you consider yourself a casual then?
No, I only play multiplayer. Like, if it's not a single player...
I know, but I'm saying, would you consider yourself... I mean, you said you only needed 3 fucking games. I mean, that would be, to me, I would consider that a casual player.
For enough to reason to buy 3 Xbox Ones, yeah, I only need those 3 reasons. And technically, I only technically need 1. Because as long as you give me 1 reason to buy something, I'll buy it. But if you don't give me that good enough reason to buy it in the first place, I'm not going to buy it to begin with. So, for example, I'm on vacation right now, even as we speak. I'm on vacation from gaming until August when Shadow of War comes out. Then in September is Destiny. Then in November is Battlefront and COD. So, and October is probably going to be filled with Assassin's Creed if it actually gets announced. So
yes, but this is what I'm getting at, T Ripper. Every game you just announced right now is a multi-plat.
And that's all I really need to play on Xbox, bro.
So then that's all your console is a multi-plat machine.
Pretty much, yeah.
So every game that you got right now, I can get on my PC at lower prices and still be able to play them.
Yeah, but I don't prefer to play.
And that's where it's coming down. Now, granted, right now I'm living off the high because I, recently got my PC and have been playing it for a while, and I really enjoy the community I'm in right now. But it still comes down to like the console has to warrant me to go over and buy stuff on there. And I used to disagree with Rambo with this before I got my PC. I used to say that, I don't need a PC to go play Gears, Halo, and them. I'm still going to buy it on a console because I'm a console guy. I was wrong. I played Gears 4 on PC at 60 FPS, all the ultra settings, everything locked. And the game blew me away with the way it looks.
I hated that shit on PC. I couldn't stand it.
You could still play it with a controller, regardless.
I still couldn't.
So I disagree with that. If I can buy Halo 6 on the PC, I buy it on the PC. I'm not gonna what's the point right now on the console? They have to have exclusives on the console. And like I said, Rambo can vouch for this. I used to disagree with Rambo for hours on end about this. I used to say that if they put it on PC, I don't care because I can still play it on my console. I'm wrong about that. Microsoft needs to have games that are specifically tied to their console only to warrant people to go play it. Or people will go buy it and build a PC.
I mean, as long as it's not Linux and it's Windows, it still ties directly to Microsoft. So you're still giving Microsoft their money.
Yeah, that doesn't mean it's not about. You can
play. That doesn't mean nothing, T Reaper.
Oh my God.
That's just a like a straw man trying to work it to where you there's still somewhat exclusive.
I have said some shit like that about PlayStation Now when it was
talking about
PC. He said, "Well, you're still going to have to pay PlayStation so they can make these great exclusives for PlayStation."
The problem is, and I think Phil did realize this because he has stated this recently, that there will be exclusive games that are going to the Scorpio. So when I heard him say that, I think he also was referring that there will be exclusive games that are going to the Xbox, and I think he needs to stick with that. I think he needs to make certain games for the PC and Windows, and he needs to make certain games for the Xbox. And a year ago, I used to disagree with this.
Well, how about this?
Now, after playing on the PC and stuff, I completely agree that they need to separate.
How about instead of saying that he needs to stick with that, he just needs to stick with a fucking theme? Because at one point we don't need to connect, and bam, wait, we need to connect. We don't need to connect. There's not going to be any. Everything's going to be Windows UWP. Now we're going to have exclusives on both PC and consoles. We're not going to have exclusives on Scorpio. Yeah, we're going to have exclusives on Scorpio. It's like, what the fuck is it you're doing? Like, what? Like, I have no, like, there's no reason for anybody to jump out there and buy into anything Microsoft's selling, because you don't even know what Microsoft's vision is.
That's
like,
the reason why I said I don't.
There's no direction. Like, that's the reason why he needs to shut the fuck up. Because he's like, every time he speaks, he like contradicts the thing he said before.
That's why I said earlier in Porter Rock's podcast, right now, I'm waiting until E3 to see if there's a reason for me to warranting to buy a Scorpio. Because right now, why can't I just stick with the S that I have? I mean, the only thing it's going to give me is visuals. I want to know what their future plans are for the actual console.
That's a downside, is that, I mean, like, there's no clear, like, with at least with PlayStation, like we know a great lineup, you know, for the next maybe year and a half of great games coming out. You know, we know the third party games are going to be there. We know basically they have good signed contracts with a bunch of the big third parties, so they're going to be, you know, content's going to be there. And we know that from history, you know, showing that these games that are announced are actually going to be made and come out. With Xbox, you really just don't know. Like, you really do not know what to expect by going into playing Xbox or to buying one.
I mean, because if you take what he said literal about him, like, making games only on exclusive on the Scorpio, or like him getting ready to do that, then that means they're getting rid of the UWP and they're not going to do that anymore.
Well, if he does that, he just fucked over every single person that bought a Xbox One S.
Yeah, and see, that's what I'm saying. His messaging is so fucked up. You don't know what he's stating.
He's going to sell more than the Scorpio, though. He's already admitted that.
Well, yeah, he's already admitted that, but then at the same time, T Reaper, he said that that there will be exclusive games that are going to the Xbox Scorpio. Now, at the same time, like I said earlier, I don't know if when he was stating that, does he mean that all games are going to carry over to the Xbox and stuff? But does that mean that they're going to still have Play Anywhere? I mean, we don't know, because he can't clarify his messaging at all, right?
What he could have meant by that, by the Scorpio exclusives, would be if they had VR, because the Xbox One S or the Xbox could not do VR. So the only thing that I can think of it, if they're going to have Scorpio games only, would be the VR games that they're coming.
Well, a lot of the casuals are actually, you know, I've talked to a bunch of casuals, and they all don't see the point in buying a Scorpio if all it does is 4K resolution, 60 frames.
That's what I'm saying, though. A lot of people that aren't in the know are going to ask that same question. What is the point of buying 4K, 60 FPS if most of these games can't even achieve 10K, 1080p, 60 FPS?
Fuck 10K. No, it's like nobody's at, the casuals aren't even asking that. The casuals are asking, what's the point in me spending money on another console whenever my console will still play the exact same games those consoles console does? There's no point in it.
I think we said this in the first cast, that they need to have some type of exclusive game, and you said they don't, but they need to have some type of exclusive game that shows up that warrants you to buy a Scorpio.
No, not unless they plan on making the Scorpio the next
No,
generation.
I'm saying I said that. Rainbow, listen to me. I said that in like the first cast, and you said they don't need to do that. I think we said that.
Because I mean.
No, I agree. It's just, you know, it's just kind of like so many of these casuals are not in the know about what goes on, like, in the news, that they ask these questions, and it's just like, well, do you have a 4K television? And they're like, no. I'm like, then don't buy one. because that's like the only promise that is like forthcoming is the 4K 16. But if you don't have a 4K television, what's the point in owning one? I'm lucky enough to have one already, but I only have one. I don't have two, and I don't have three.
I think you're overselling quite a bit whenever you say 4K 60.
Well, that is what is promised. Whether they are actually going to deliver is a different story.
Nobody can promise that, man. It's going to be on a game. It's going to be on a game by game basis, man.
Yeah.
When people even say that for the Pro or any other thing, I mean, it could. But what are your textures going to look like? What are your shadows going to look like? What are your fucking? Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a lot of stuff.
Photo isn't going to help us. I mean, you need to show us actual real like in-game models.
Yeah, I mean, look at that shit. We was fucking last week in Next Gen's cast. We spent 30 minutes looking at a goddamn ladybug picture. I couldn't believe that shit. That shit threw me for a doozy. We spent 30 minutes looking at a damn ladybug.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and we're just looking at still images. We're not looking at actual like how it's going to run in game. Is there going to be frame rate dips? Is there going to be screen tearing? Is all this shit like? Is it going to work properly? We don't know. But
that picture of that woman, whatever game that was, I don't know what game that was.
It wasn't an actual game. It was a fake rendering of a game or whatever.
Okay, well, it looked like shit. Either way it goes, it looked muddy. It looked muddy. It didn't look. I mean, the textures were terrible. So, that's what they chose to release.
Well, see that's the problem I have is because you're looking at a photo and everything, and you're looking at it on your computer. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rambo. It's based off whatever the resolution is for your monitor.
That's fine, and that's perfectly fine. Yeah, Jay, but when I look at screenshots of games like the Order 1886 and Uncharted 4, and even
them games don't upclock to 4K. Them games only upclock to like
all
10.
I'm saying is those games that I just mentioned look a lot better than that shit that I saw.
Oh yeah, I can agree with you on that. But that's what I'm getting at. They need to show more visual representation instead of these screenshots. I was when they showed the stuff for Digital Foundry, I was a little pissed off that they showed us a screenshot of fucking Forza running. I was like, why couldn't you show us actual game rendering, like the actual game running in the track? Why did you specifically choose a screenshot where it showed 4K 60?
I don't know.
Maybe they.
And no one answered. No one ever, like, if you watch everybody's video that week, no one asked that question. Not one person said, "Yo."
Question like that. That tells you a lot whenever they don't show you a video.
No, what I'm saying is, besides like the hardcore PC guys and guys that are actually resolution, no one on our side of the community, the Xbox side of the community, asked that. They were like, "Why are you showing a screenshot? Why can't you show us?" Because the guy on Digital Foundry said that he's seen the game running. Why couldn't you capture that and show us that?
Maybe he wasn't allowed to do so.
Well, no. The what I'm saying is, if what Digital Foundry said was true, like everything. Now remember, whenever you go to do anything for a company, they give you what they call talking points.
Yes.
These are what you can. This is what you can say. And you cannot like skirt outside of this type of narrative.
And it was the same thing with that screenshot. Microsoft gave them that.
The shit that Rich was saying was what Microsoft approved him to say. Now the thing is though is that if you're going to a place or a company that does video side by sides, like video comparisons of games and breakdowns and stuff like that, and you're not going to give them even a 15-second clip of a fucking video. But yet you want us to believe that all this thing runs at 4K 60 and has all this headroom and like fuck you.
And if you notice the track, they're at the starting line. They haven't even moved.
Still, of course that's going to be at 66%.
4K 60 at that point.
I don't know. That's some shit you got to ask your motherfucking self.
I mean, it's gonna be amazing if they somehow pull it off and come release day that this actually
pull what off?
Pull what they say it's gonna do.
Whoa!
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think that they'll hit like Forza in 4K 60. I have no doubts about that. But when it comes to like games, third-party games like Call of Duty, Red Dead Redemption 2, Destiny, all these different things. they're not hitting 4K 60. They're just not, unless
not.
the only way they're doing that is if they're lowering the textures and the everything else to like low settings or medium settings. They're just not going to hit 4K 60 and ultra. There's just no possible way. Above and beyond that is fucking stupid. Like you, if I can show you a 12 teraflop system, a CPU that is like clocked like 2 gigahertz over what your, or 2 megahertz over what your CPU in that Scorpio is running, and actually more RAM than what your actual system has, and it still can't hit 4K 60 on ultra on normal, these games that are out now. What makes you think that the Scorpio is going to be able to do that with less on games that are coming out in the future?
I don't know.
It's not, man.
I'm just gonna have to go off on faith and hope faith is not screwed up.
Oh shit! I didn't hurt it all now. God damn. Oh shit! He didn't say it. Oh, he said he here to do the Lord's work. Oh shit!
Oh my god!
I'm done.
You gotta remember, he's the next gen disciple, bro.
Oh shit! He said he's taking a leap on faith.
No, I'm not next gen, because next gen legitimately says some outlandish shit. But I'm just saying that if I believe if I believe in Microsoft, that gets called faith. I believe.
But you just said the same thing everyone else is saying. You're gonna take them on faith, a company.
You believe you just said I believe in Microsoft, like there's some sort of deity.
Well, it's not even that, but you're saying
if I believe in Microsoft,
that doesn't know anything about you.
They haven't showed me any proof to actually believe them.
Oh shit! He got faith the size of a mustard seed. I'm done, y'all. Tell him my body's over here on I-35. I'm done.
Well, no, Resurrection. I kind of wanted, because I wanted to go delve into your video, because your video was very interesting, and it had me like intrigued after I watched it. And I'm like, does he really believe in Microsoft? Does he really want them to win, or does he just want Phil to shut the fuck up? Like,
both.
Like,
yes.
Like, explain like your reasoning behind that. Like, how do you feel if Microsoft had a choice, how do you think they should proceed in basically shutting Phil Spencer up?
I mean, look at Yoshida. We hardly ever hear from this rickety.
Yoshida is a Japanese motherfucker who doesn't give a shit about his product. He just cares about selling.
What?
Well,
what?
Well,
what?
I don't even understand.
Yo, hold on. Every company, every CEO of a company cares about their fucking products, because if they don't, they're gonna get fucking fired.
Wait a minute.
Reaper's lost his goddamn.
Reaper.
Reaper,
you need to stay out of fucking Resurrection's crack, bro. I'm telling you right now,
bro. He is.
They all fucking Resurrection's crack, because what you said just made no goddamn sense.
Andrew House is a different story. Andrew House.
No. Reaper. Get out of Resurrection's fucking good shit, because that shit's not good for you.
Okay, Reaper. All right. The only way these games come to the PlayStation is by Yoshida saying, "Yeah, let's do it."
Yeah, but he says yes to everything.
But here's the problem. He says yes to everything, and eventually one of them fucking things stick, and they get a good game. Microsoft says yes to a game, and if it doesn't stick, it gets the boot.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: What game can Microsoft right now? What IP has Microsoft created? What was the last IP Microsoft created that could carry over to another generation?
Nothing.
Probably Halo 5.
No, he's talking about new IPs. He's not talking about ones that have already been established.
The last new IP that Microsoft has created that can carry over to the next generation.
Oh, that I wouldn't be able to answer.
Nothing. They can't carry Rise, even though everybody wants Rise. They can't, because they have to buy that IP from Crytek, and I don't see them doing that.
They didn't create it. They don't own it. So what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We just had an argument about publishing rights, because the guy thinks because Microsoft published the game that they own the rights to the game.
What I'm saying though is we don't need to go through every game that Microsoft don't own. Let's figure out what new IP has Microsoft created that can carry over to the next generation.
The only game that they could do that, but they need a lot of work into it, would be Recore, because they own the IP for that. That would be it.
Oh God.
Oh, is that?
That would be it. If you look at their games that they own the IP for, would be Recore or Quantum Break.
No, but what I think you mean, what game is good enough for you to actually want it to carry over? Do you want to play
Well,
ReCore?
that's what I'm saying. I said earlier nothing, but if you're just looking at what IPs they have right now that are new that they could carry over, it would be ReCore would be the only thing.
Okay,
I think he's talking about like maybe like The Last of Us on PS3 to PS.
Yeah,
like people
wanted that game. But Resurrection, that's what I'm getting at. If we're looking at what you just said, there's nothing at all.
Okay, on PlayStation with Yoshida here that you don't really seem to think cares about his system, he's got Bloodborne, he's got Horizon Zero Dawn, he's got Until Dawn, he's got Knack. I mean, obviously we're getting a second one. He's got what else we got here?
I think the Order
is going to get another one.
Well, we don't know if the Order is going to get another one.
Oh, they've already said.
We can't actually state that for verbatim.
For a second, I said I think I can almost guarantee that the Order will get another one because of the fact of like people are just asking for it.
Well, yeah, people are asking for it, but they'd have to give that to a new development team because the original development team went under.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they got rid of the development team that made Order.
Man, I think they got this.
Ones who just made Deformers.
Did they not get rid of the team that did?
I heard something about them getting disbanded, but then I heard something about that wasn't.
That's what I'm saying. I heard something about the original development team that made the Order Sony got rid of.
They're not.
I did. Then I heard something about they were back. I don't know, some shit like that.
Ready at Dawn is still around.
Yes.
The game that just came out from GameStop that actually GameStop made called Deformers was made by Ready at Dawn.
But didn't they lose something with Sony? Like, wasn't that like the big thing that happened after the Order?
Sony never owned them. The only thing they did is contract them to do the Order. That's it.
Well, that's what I'm getting at.
Ready at Dawn did another game for Sony. They've been making games.
Ready at Dawn's actually even making a game for Xbox, I think.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay. What I'm saying though is like the Ready at Dawn's actually came out and actually even said that they want to do the Order number 2. They have it. The story has not been finished.
All right. Well, then I could agree on that. But I remember reading something about Sony got rid of them after the Order.
Yeah.
It was some type of news like that. But I think I don't know what happened. But I heard that they are actually still active as of this moment.
But what you're saying, Rambo, you are right. If you look at all the new IPs that Microsoft has that they came out in the last couple of years, there's nothing that warrants for it to carry over to a new generation.
I would say Sunset Overdrive,
but they don't actually own that IP.
No, because no,
they don't own the IP. They don't own anything with Sunset besides marketing rights.
And what's it called? And who just made that? I can't think of the damn company's name.
God damn it! They made Ratchet and Clank too.
You're talking about Insomniac.
Insomniac owns it.
Yeah, okay, but Insomniac said if they do a Sunset Overdrive 2, it will be multi-plat.
Yeah, unless they stated unless Microsoft comes in and swoops in, but Microsoft never said anything.
Microsoft never said anything. So there you go.
Because they put it out on Twitter. They were like, "Yo, if you want to do a sequel to Sunset Overdrive, let us know, or we're going to go multi-plat."
And quiet.
Damn, they put that shit on Twitter.
Yep.
Yeah, they put it on Twitter, dude. That's how that news broke.
What kind of fucking that ain't professional.
More than likely, they've tried to like get Microsoft to commit behind the scenes.
I think it was a PR stunt. I think
it was a PR stunt to put them on the spot to get them to commit to it.
Either commit or they can just go third party. I think that was all just a PR stunt.
But I think Insomniac's done with Microsoft as far as making exclusives for them.
Well, that's what I was saying about Remedy. Like, Remedy realized after they made Quantum Break that they know that they can't keep doing first-party games because they're not going to make money off of that. That's the reason why they're going third-party.
No, because Remedy's a very heavy story-driven type company.
Yeah,
and they'd be better off with Sony, to be honest.
Really, I mean,
PlayStation. I'm sorry.
The the Xbox brand just does not support single player titles.
Exactly. They'd be better off with PlayStation.
Well, that's what. But to see, we're going back in circles to what Phil said earlier this week, where he was talking about that they wanted to go towards more service-based games because that's what the Xbox brand supports. You know.
But the thing is, though, is not. I'm not saying 100% of Xbox players don't support it. There's obviously a
small
audience
margin that don't.
There is an audience on Xbox that wants single player titles.
Yes.
So you still need to cater to that audience as well.
And
I agree with you on that.
There's also a reason that PlayStation has the audience that they have too. So maybe Microsoft needs to start looking at, well, maybe why has PlayStation been so successful?
Well,
maybe because they have,
like I said earlier, Rez, the reason why PlayStation is so successful is because they're willing to take risk. They don't get like I think the biggest problem I think with Microsoft
risk with what though, Jay?
Risk with games. What? They're willing to take risk on games.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. So PlayStation has been taking a lot of risks with games like, I would say games like Horizon Zero Dawn, Neo, what else come out? Nier, all of this other shit. I think they've taken a risk on games like that. But those type of games, I mean, they're really like story-driven type of games.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I disagree with all you guys. I disagree with you.
Well, those games are story-driven type of games, and I'm not saying that's why PlayStation has a larger audience.
You think that's why they're exclusive on PlayStation?
Do I think what?
Oh, please don't. No, okay, please don't go with the whole Japanese thing.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not. That's not what I'm saying.
Those games cater more to the Japanese audience.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No, that is not the reason. That is not the reason why. That is not the reason why.
Let me ask you. If you are a developer, would you invest resources in a console that can barely move 100 consoles a week?
Now that's the point I'm trying. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Financial sense. It doesn't.
That's the point I'm trying to make. Is that PlayStation? Typically, people who own PlayStations, they buy single player driven games. Period. They do.
And then
if you look at games like Uncharted, if you look at games like even I think The Order did good. I think The Order did pretty good.
Yeah,
Horizon Zero Dawn
didn't. The Order did not do good. The Order did not do good.
It didn't do good?
No.
Yes, it did.
Well, what's good in your opinion?
Well, I heard that game was massively short.
To be honest, in my opinion,
I'm just talking about sales. No, I'm not talking about feedback. I'm talking about sales.
To me, sales-wise, from what I understand of the industry, is once you sell 500,000 copies, you're successful.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that means they were successful because they sold 1.75 million copies. So there you go.
Okay, so it was successful, but I don't think it did what Sony thought it was going to do. And then I think the media backlash is what Sony didn't like about the Order. I don't think it was the sales. I think it was the backlash from fans and from the media. Right? But what you guys are failing to remember is this. Look at it. Sony has number one a worldwide brand because Sony came into the market and they actually came into the market before multiplayer was a thing. When Sony came into the market, it was still single player with a few multiplayer games that you would sit down and play with your friends. Because remember, they came in which era was it? The GameCube,
1995,
the N64 era. And let's remember the N64 era. The big game then was GoldenEye. That was a big multiplayer game. Nothing online, no multiplayer. When Sony came in, the first thing they did, they made the deals with Square. They made the deal with I think they got EA to come over to them.
Dude, it wasn't because they made a deal with Square. You got to remember.
No, what I'm saying is this. Sony built their brand on giving you an experience. Not
That's what we're talking about.
But an experience, right? So this has stuck with the Sony brand. That's why I have a PlayStation, because they give you an overall experience.
But at the same time, Microsoft.
That's exactly. Why can't Microsoft? Microsoft.
But hold on. At the same time, Microsoft built their brand around a multi-plat social experience, and that's what hurt them.
Exactly.
Right. That's what we're saying. That's what we're saying.
So then, what was the issue?
You said that you disagree with everybody, but that's exactly what we were saying. Is that Sony gives you? Yeah, you said exactly what we said.
Okay.
Okay, but I want to go back to what he said earlier about like the would you want to put your game on a console that sells 100 consoles or less in a week?
No, I'm not going to invest resources in that.
Okay. Hey, first of all, let's get out of that mindset because I hear too many Xbox guys talk like that. And first of all, whenever we're talking like near, no, wait a minute, let me finish. Because when we're talking near Neo and any of those games that actually came over to the West and they're actually selling in the West, quit using the Japanese Xbox sales numbers to warrant a game from them being on the Xbox console in the West. Because we're talking like we're talking about the Xbox console.
I can agree.
I said this on the previous podcast. Gamers need to stop having shallow.
On the what podcast?
Right? On an earlier podcast, right? Gamers need to stop having shallow memories. In the 360 era, Microsoft invested a ton of money in the Japanese market. Remember, they bought a lot of exclusive games from Square. None of them did. Right? None of them did good, whether in the West or over in America.
Okay,
none
the
of them
problem.
did good.
Okay,
So
the
fact
problem
of the matter is why pursue something that is not working for you? It's not working.
Okay, listen to me. Listen to me.
Here's why.
Listen to me. The reason why is because then whenever you continue pumping money into it, you'll eventually become a Sony. You'll eventually become a PlayStation.
Hold on, dude. It will happening. The problem with Xbox guys is they don't think long term. Y'all always think short term.
When you got
give up too fucking quick,
dude. That's the American way. Tell me where America invests in something that fails and continue investing.
Look, I don't know what America you're in, but that is not the American way I grew up into.
You don't give up. You don't get rich by giving up. You don't get rich by giving up.
It's not a matter of giving up. It's just to them, it doesn't make financial sense.
And yet again, hold on. This is let me talk for a second, Rainbow. This is the reason why Microsoft fails. They think too much like a corporation, and they see the dollar signs. The dollar signs don't match up, so they give up, and they don't realize that you're going to have to grind it out with these games. Because here's the thing: certain people like playing certain different types of games, certain different types of genres. If your console does not have every genre in its portfolio, like Phil said at the beginning when he first made Microsoft, when he first took CEO of Microsoft, remember what he said? He said he wanted to build a portfolio of every genre. Has he achieved that yet? No, he hasn't. And he realizes that. That's the reason why he went to fucking, what's it called? Japan last week and asked about that. It's because he knows the only way that his company is going to get out of the doghouse that they're in is they need to appeal to worldwide audience. And the only way to do that is to get a game that is successful like Halo and Gears to every genre. So they have to go to these other developers. They have to bring in new development teams.
What is T Reaper and talking about in the chat? What is this shit y'all talking about? Halo sold 5 million in 3 months. Where y'all get this shit from?
That came from Frank O'Connor because Microsoft wasn't talking about sales numbers. Frank O'Connor, which is one of the heads of 343, came out and actually said Halo has sold a total of 5 million in 3 months.
I don't believe Frank O'Connor. Where's the receipts?
You can actually look them up.
This is the thing.
If you look them up, it shows them around Halo 5 at 4.75 million.
That's physical sales.
That's physical.
Okay, well we don't know that. We don't know digital.
For example, me, I have both my Halo 5 copies on digital. I don't have them on physical.
So do I.
Wait a minute, you bought 2 fucking Halo 5 copies?
If that's the case,
do you want to know the story behind that? I'll tell you the story behind it. I bought the first Halo copy was for one of my tags, and I got the Halo 5 console with it, so I got the Halo 5 Xbox One, and then I had the Legendary box with the secondary Halo 5, and I put that on my S. So
all you had to do was just trade and put both accounts on one box.
I mean, just fucking game share with your fucking self and then sell the other code or give it to somebody.
I do, but this way both tags have a digital copy of Halo 5.
No, he could have just had the one tag that had Halo 5 on both consoles, and then he could have just downloaded it for both, and it would have played for both.
Yeah, but this But this way both tags have Halo 5, so I don't have to worry about which one I use.
Okay, see, Reaper, I'm going to say this right now. That's fucking stupid. Stay off of Resurrection's crack. right now.
Well, I also bought 2 copies of Master Chief Collection. I bought 2 copies of Destiny. I bought 2 copies
I'm
of
a Halo
AW.
fan, and I'm not even gonna buy both copies of the same fucking game, and I have 2 different consoles.
Okay, wait a minute. Why the fuck do you even game share with your fucking self if you're just gonna buy 2 fucking copies of every game?
Because sometimes
it makes no fucking sense.
Because sometimes I have friends that come over and they use different consoles in the other room. So I like, for example, I have a console that's like sitting right next to me, right next to my computer. That's what I capture on. I have one in my bedroom. So most of the times, if you see me on Media Player, that means I'm asleep. So my Xbox is on in my bedroom, and then I have one in my side room. That's
so you bought. Wait, you bought.
Hey, hold on. Hey, T-Reaper, I gotta ask you. You got one in your bathroom?
Media Player.
Huh?
Yo, hold on, T-Reaper, you got one in your bathroom?
No, I do not, because I don't have.
Okay, so you're not living the life yet, son.
I don't have a.
All right,
I don't have a
want to
television in my
become full
bathroom.
corporate slave? You got to put one in your bathroom.
I don't have.
I'm actually working.
If I wanted a game while I was taking a shit, I would just buy a Nintendo Switch.
Put a TV and a PlayStation in my shower.
The Nintendo is the only real console out right now. The Switch.
If I wanted to play portable, that's what I would actually.
The one where Resurrection gets his ass beat by Dave.
Speaking of Switch,
you a goddamn lie. You a goddamn lie.
Speaking of Switches, I saw.
Hey, you know that triggers, right?
Speaking of Switches,
matter of fact, I'm gonna take a motherfucking screenshot of this shit because Jay's a fucking liar. He's a liar.
Liar on
Yo, fucking that is the only time I see Resurrection triggered when I say that shit.
The one time I actually saw
hilarious.
I actually saw 3 Switches at Best Buy today.
Interesting.
Jay's a goddamn liar.
All right, but yeah, Microsoft definitely needs more IPs. They need more IPs and more studios.
Let's put it this way: Microsoft needs them bad enough. The fact that I have money waiting right now. Just like I was thinking, I was actually sitting around going, well, you know what? I'm going to buy a Scorpio. I'm going to buy a Scorpio because I'm just, why not? And then I got to thinking, going, here I am going to be spending $500 to maybe $600-700 on a fucking console to play no more than maybe 3 or 4 games a year. Fuck that. I was like, I just spent $250 and it's like I call it good.
Rainbow was asking me about Media Player. What were you actually going to ask me?
They don't have any IPs. I think is a thing. I agree with you guys that Microsoft should take some risks. But when you come down to IPs, Microsoft own IPs. They just toss them along the wayside.
Yeah, that Microsoft.
But they don't
owns a lot of IPs. They own a lot.
But that's the thing. Hold on. That's the thing, Demon. They have a lot of IPs, right? But they don't utilize IPs.
That's like I don't give a shit if they own them. Like fuck that.
They don't utilize them. They don't want to own them.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, you can tout all the numbers that they own. I don't give a shit if they're not making the games. They're not doing shit with them. They don't.
I completely agree. Then
let's put it this way.
Is get some third parties and let them make some of those IPs for them. But they own IPs. They own all sorts of IPs.
We all know that the Wii U was made fun of, right? It was the dry season, all the dry spells and everything like that.
Yeah.
Guess what? It had more exclusives than the Xbox One has.
Hold on. Hey, hold on, Rambo, for a second. Yo, T-Reaper. Yeah. Drop the Discord link in the call, in the text chat. If anybody wants to come in here and ask a question, go to call waiting in T-Reaper's Discord, and I'll drag you up. You can ask your question and be dragged back down.
Okay.
All right, because I see some people that want to talk about some stuff inside there. So I'll give y'all time to come in here, give y'all's questions, and ask the panel a question, and then I'll drag y'all back down after they answer it.
Okay. Halo Storm is cool. I play. That's actually where a majority of this footage is coming from. Is actually from.
Oh, I know, man, but I want to give people the panel actually time to talk to us too.
Okay. Yeah, and Flip's pretty cool. No, Rambo, you asked me something about Media Player. What were you gonna ask me?
I said, did you buy an Xbox One S or an Xbox One or whatever just to play your fucking Netflix in the damn bedroom?
No, actually, the Media Player involves my torrents, so it has like 500 movies, and I watch 2.5 Men when I go to sleep, basically.
Wait. Did you just say you watch 2.5 Men whenever you go to sleep?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Hold on.
You might want to clarify that to fucking show.
Your Xbox?
Yeah, in my bedroom.
You just said that live on air. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know.
All right, real resurrection. Let's pull up in his house, man. It's time to put them cuffs on him.
Wait, he said what now? What'd he say?
He just torrented his Xbox and he's got 500 movies on there. It's time to pull up to his house and put them cuffs on him.
Moron, I torrented my hard drive. I have my hard drive.
Like I said, it's time for us to put them cuffs on you, T Reaper.
This was like years ago though. I haven't torrented something.
But please tell me you're not one of the Xbox guys talking about games going to PC that they're just going to get torrented and pirated and all that crap, right?
No, I don't torrent games. I just torrent movies. Or
That's right.
I torrent short shows and movies. I don't torrent.
You realize there's no difference, right?
Well, technically there is if it's a game, because it's a lot more harder to do it.
All you gotta do is press download.
What? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that out loud.
What?
All you gotta do is press download.
Yeah, T Reaper. That's all you have to do is press download.
Well, I don't like
very easy. I don't
like doing it to games.
Very, very easy.
I don't like doing it to games. I like doing it to media because that is like the simplest thing. But it's become harder and harder to do that process.
Jesus Christ! It's the fucking.
All right, guys. Like I said in the chat, T Reaper put the link for the Discord. If you want to come here and ask a question, join the Discord and go to call waiting, and I'll drag you up, and then you could ask your question.
Yeah, it's in there. It's in the Discord. It's in the chat actually.
Halo Storm says nobody wants to ask you fuckboys a question.
I have a question though. Why do people join people's comment section just to be assholes?
Because
that's what trolls do.
The trolls, you got to remember, trolls are more than likely like 12-year-olds to 18-year-olds that just never have got a piece of action. So their life is just sitting at home, and this is their date night. This is what they get to do. They get to troll comment sections. So instead of actually having a woman or whatever to actually do something with, they just get to sit around with 4 guys and fuck with them.
Hey, Halo Storm says, "Laugh my ass off. I'm just joking, and fuck you, Rambo."
Yo, Rambo, you can't really say that because I do y'all with Game Talk all the time.
I rest my case.
Fuck off, dude.
Okay, well, we've actually been going for about an hour and 7 minutes.
We didn't even get into all the topics. Let's finish the topics, dude.
Which topics have we not talked about?
You're the one. Oh, my bad. You're the one with the topic list.
I can't touch the one. I can't touch the ones with Jimmy on it.
You the host, motherfucker.
Yeah, this is your cast.
Yeah, I know, and I already talked about the ones that I actually personally wanted to talk about.
Okay.
The ones with Jimmy on it, I can't unless he's in here. I can't broach those subjects, so I can't.
Why not?
Because I have no idea what he was talking about.
Who the fuck is Jimmy?
Jimmy Unchained.
Oh.
All right. Can I ask a question though?
Yeah. Let him ask a question.
Because I think Larry Herb and some others, they were asking them, what's their focus for E3, and they say games. What if this year at E3? What if Microsoft comes out with a fuck ton of IPs, new, old IPs to bring them back, just a fuck ton, and they promise they're coming within the next 2.5 years. I'm just saying, would we still have this bullshit about games?
2.5 years?
2.5 years?
Jesus Christ!
I mean, I could get here.
Let's not jump on like 2.5 years is that bad? Cause how long ago did we see Final Fantasy? How long ago did we see Final Fantasy?
I don't know. I don't play that.
Let me get what you're saying. Let me get what you're saying. What you're saying is, what if Microsoft comes and shows their roadmap to us for the next 2.5 years?
Right. Yes.
That's what you're saying. I can get behind that because at least I know what's coming out for the next 2.5 years.
Okay, but here, let's be realistic and realize that Microsoft only has 5 first-party studios, and each one of those studios actually makes one single IP.
Yeah, but Rambo, when he's talking about, hold on, Rambo.
Just a second. My God, when it comes to actually second and third parties, there's no incentive. Like the problem is like there's
no incentive. There's one incentive to make the world spin. There's one incentive: money.
Okay, listen.
Why you think that company did recall?
Oh my God.
You think because they care about Microsoft? Money.
Okay. Listen to me, please. here you just have to say like why would a company want to release their a game on a console that sells less than 100? Wait, why? Okay, now first of all, to get an exclusive, like you get money for it, right? I mean, you get like so that what they do is they kind of pay you a portion of what you could have sold on the other console.
Right.
So here you have now. Wait a minute. Here you have second and third parties, and Sony is willing to actually dump out money to these companies, these second and third parties, to do exclusives for them. And then you have Microsoft wanting to actually compete with that. So not only is Microsoft going to have to compete with Sony's money, compete with the fact that whenever Sony says, hey, look, you can release it on my console, we have 60 million consoles in the fucking wild, they have to compete. They also have to compete with that. And Microsoft goes, well, guess what? You can release it on us, and you might sell more than you do on the Switch. That's estimated at 29.5 million consoles of Xbox Ones out there. 29.5 million. That's you're already at half the sales right off the bat. And
then you have to realize that maybe only 1% of that will actually buy your game.
Yeah, so I mean, and if you're looking at 1% of 1% of 30,000 and 1% of 60,000, it's a no-brainer to go with the 60,000 or 60 million.
No. Yeah, but I'm just saying.
A shit ton of money.
If Microsoft comes out at E3 and gives us a roadmap to every game for the next 2.5 years, and they can guarantee that none of these games are going to get canceled or delayed, I would be behind that because I at least know what they have.
2 games. They canceled 2 games.
Everybody bullshit.
They canceled 2 games.
Bullshit.
7 to 9 games.
They bullshit. You not remember? Hold on. Do you not remember? Hold on, Demon.
Scalebound.
Demon.
It's Damon.
I remember the game.
It's Damon, motherfucker.
Damon, whatever your name is.
It don't matter what it is. It could be.
Do you not remember the game that fucking what's it called? The guys that do Gears. They was originally gonna make a brand new IP, right?
They didn't say it's canceled. They just said it's
they said canceled.
It was shelved to concentrate on
okay, when it's shelled, listen, when it's shelled, 90% of the time it's going to be canceled because you want to know what? They shelled fucking a sequel of fucking Jade Empire and that got canceled. So you can't say that it's not going to be canceled.
Okay, here we go. Phantom Dust remake was canceled.
No, it wasn't.
It was. That's the reason why you got a fucking remaster, man.
Yeah, it was canceled. Still even said it was canceled because of the fact that
it was always a remake.
No, it wasn't. It was a reboot.
It was a reboot. It was a complete reboot.
Don't ever try.
The original Phantom Dust that Microsoft touted back in 2014, 2015 was supposed to be a reboot to the franchise.
It was not even. It wasn't a remaster like that, like just a upscale in resolution. It was a whole fucking remaster of the whole damn game.
Of the same game, which is what they're doing now.
No, they didn't. The only thing they're doing is bumping a resolution. The thing still has looks like it's a fucking Xbox One. Original game. Phil
stated this when they talked about the fucking 480p or whatever for the new Phantom Dust. He said that is just the original Phantom Dust coming from the Xbox OG to the Xbox One. The one that they showed off in 2014, 2015, that cinematic trailer, that was supposed to be their reboot to the franchise. That was supposed to be a completely new game. The company that made that wanted more money for the game, and Microsoft said no, so they canceled the IP.
But we're still getting the game.
Oh my God!
Listen.
We're not getting the game, dude.
We may not be getting the new game, but we're getting a remake of the game. And my thing is,
it still doesn't matter. It's not the original. It's a cancel, though. That's still considered canceled.
It's the same game with the upped resolution. That's it. It's not a remake.
It's not a remake. It's not a reboot. It's nothing. We're not getting the game that they promised us from Phantom Dust 2015, 2014.
He said we still get the game.
The Phantom Dust you're getting now is the exact same game that's on the original Xbox, just bumped up to 1080p.
Listen, from what I remember, that's the plan they were doing all the time.
You have some selective memory, man.
You have very selective memory. Very selective.
When Phil started talking
about
Phantom Dust,
get me in touch with your dealer, man. Get me in touch with your dealer.
The game was ahead of its time. He said the game was ahead of its time.
Next Gen has lost his damn mind. He's lost his mind. He said that Phantom Dust, he out here bragging that it's 4K on the Scorpio. We have went to the all-time low, people. All-time.
Wait, he just made a video about that?
He made it early today. I'm just scrolling my shit.
I haven't seen it yet.
Why the fuck?
The thing is, Microsoft has shelled off or canceled games this generation.
Fable Legends.
Talked about it.
Gigantic.
Gigantic was another one.
Gigantic was not a Microsoft game.
It was a Microsoft game.
Oh my god!
Listen,
It was a Microsoft game.
No, it was not. No, it was not. You can research that shit. Let's pull that shit up right now. Gigantic was not a Microsoft game.
It was a Microsoft game. It was funded by Microsoft. The same as fucking Rise and fucking Sunset Overdrive. It was funded by Microsoft.
Gigantic is a PC game.
It's not even on PC.
It's not even on PC. What are you talking about?
Because it never came out.
Oh my god!
Because Microsoft pulled the funding of the game, dude.
It was going to be an Xbox.
It was going to be a Windows and Xbox exclusive.
This is it. Developer Motiga, engine Unreal, publisher Perfect World Entertainment, platforms Xbox One, Microsoft Windows.
Well, what does that tell you? Platform Microsoft Windows. That means Microsoft had the publishing and IP for the game. They canceled the game.
It's not Microsoft's game.
It is Microsoft. Hold on. How can you claim that it's not Microsoft's game? And then the last cast, you was claiming because Microsoft had publishing rights to fucking Rise that's their game.
But they don't have the.
You just went in circles from what you just said in the last cast.
I never said Rise belonged to Microsoft. I said it had the publishing rights.
But you said that they own, but because they have publishing, they have the rights to make the game, right? That's what you said. All right. Gigantic has publishing from Microsoft, so shouldn't that be
the publisher is Perfect World Entertainment.
This puts
the
damage control on a whole new fucking level.
Yes, it does.
No, it's not a matter of damage control.
You're damage controlling. That game was designed for Microsoft. That was supposed to be their platform.
Putting bad information out there. That's what you're doing. You're putting bad information out there.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
All right, let me ask you. Rhyme that's coming out next month that almost didn't come out. Is that a Sony game?
What game?
Rhyme.
It never touted to be a Sony game.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It was.
Show me an article where it was touted to be a Sony game. Show me an article right now. Link me an article. Hey, Sony game. No, I don't want to hear. Hold on. I don't want to hear you circle jerk around this. Show me an article. Back up what you're saying right now by giving me an article.
And Damon. That game originally started out with Microsoft funding it. They just a second, please.
You're thinking below. You're thinking below.
No, I'm not thinking anything. What I'm thinking is that it started. That company started working with Microsoft, got some money from Microsoft, and then left Microsoft and went and got more money and actually touted exclusivity. The company touted exclusivity with Sony, and then once they got Sony's money, then they came out and said it's multi-plat. So that company fucked over two fucking companies.
Who was the first person to show Rhyme? The first company to show Rhyme on their stage. Sony showed it as a Sony
because it never became a fucking game until Sony. Oh my god.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, the first release trailer for the game was shown August.
You're trying to compare, Ryan. You're trying to compare.
This is in the indie game section of Sony press conference at Gamescom, showing third-person adventure type games, cel-shaded type. The trailer gameplay drew comparisons to game like Team Ico and that other shit. Sony was showing this game.
Okay, so wait a minute. Right? Wait, no. Can you show me the video where it says only on PlayStation at the end of that thing?
I guess we'll have to go back to Sony's.
Well, my Twitter handle is at Rambo's Corner. You can link me the timestamp.
All right. No, continue. When I get to it, I'll forward it.
All right, Jay. Can I end it now? That was interesting.
No, because
no. Hold on. Gigantic publishing rights are done by Microsoft. Microsoft owns majority of the assets and properties of Gigantic. The reason why Gigantic did not come out on the early 2015 was due to the financial problems from Microsoft on supporting the game. After this, we decided to go third-party and crowdfunding.
Thank you.
Gigantic was originally for Microsoft. Microsoft couldn't pay the funding for the game, so they went third-party and went crowdfunding for the game. Gigantic left the company because Microsoft wasn't willing to pay. Google research, son. Do it.
That's what I look. Google. But what I'm saying is,
show him the link.
If that was the case, then Microsoft would own Gigantic, but they don't.
No, they don't.
They own it. It was Dude, it was a second-party studio that was funded by Microsoft. Microsoft turned their funding away because they couldn't fucking produce what they wanted to produce. So when Microsoft turned the funding away, the game got canceled. It's the same thing with fucking Scalebound. Scalebound was a second-party IP that Microsoft owned, right? The game didn't go into the way that Microsoft wanted, so they took the funding away and they canceled Scalebound. They did the exact same thing to Gigantic. The only reason why Scalebound got more hype was because it was made by a bigger developer than the people that make Gigantic. Only reason.
Is Halo Storm in here? He says he asked if we can hear him.
Yeah,
we can hear you.
I can't hear him.
I can't hear him.
Let me check the thing.
I'm gonna go get a drink real quick, guys.
Okay.
Halo Storm, you need to unmute your mic because it says your mic's muted on my end. So no, yet again, it was the same deal that fucking Microsoft had with fucking Platinum. The only difference is Microsoft did the team that made fucking Gigantic wasn't as big as Platinum, so when it broke the news, no one gave a fuck about it. Plus, it was an MMO, and most Xbox guys don't play MOBAs.
Gigantic.
Halo Storm unmuted his mic, but I still can't hear him.
He needs to go to his voice settings and reset his voice settings because there's something wrong with his mic. It's not linking up to the actual Discord. Just go into your user settings, Halo Storm, go down to voice and reset your voice audio, or find out if your mic's synced.
Well, it depends actually if he's on a PC or on a phone.
Oh yeah. No, so you're wrong about that, dude. Gigantic was a fucking second-party studio that they were in bed with. Microsoft turned them away like they did fucking, what's it called, Platinums, and that was the end of it. That's a canceled.
All right, but let me ask you a question. If you're a company pumping money into a game and it's not going the way you like, you're going to keep making it because you want to just put a heap of garbage out there?
It doesn't matter. We don't never know what. Hey, it's the same thing like Scalebound, dude. We don't know what the game's going to be like. Personally, in my opinion, if I was a company and the game needs to be delayed because they need the game to come out better in another year, I would give them that year. Because I would rather the game be perfect than the game be fucking half-assed, and I have to hear people bitching about the game.
Well, I'm one of
the one few that said that they should have gave Scalebound another year to two.
Why not just scrap it and start over again? For all we know,
then you just lost all that money that you just put in the game. So you didn't get any return on your investment at all. Do you not understand that? That game, all right. Scalebound was touted to be anywhere between $70 million to $100 million, right? So let's say they put in. Let's say for the first 4 years that they did development on that game, they put in about $20 million. Correct? You just lost that $20 million. That's a bad investment. Correct?
Hey, it's business. It is business.
It's business. So I would rather be on the good end of business than be on the bad end of business. And if you look at Microsoft's history right now, they have canceled a number of games on the Xbox One. Some of them people didn't even care about. Some of them people did. Remember the people that made Curse in the Brotherhood?
Yeah, I remember them.
They canceled their game too. You not remember that? They got rid of that company.
You mean the second game they were trying to make?
Yeah, the second game they were trying to make. Remember when after Curse in the Brotherhood, they came out on Twitter and they asked people, "Hey, what type of game do you want to make?" There was this big poll about it. Everybody wanted it, everything like this. Then a few months later, what did Microsoft do? Pull the rug under them completely. They didn't even know they were getting fucking canned until they heard about it on fucking Twitter.
Come on, that's bullshit.
No, that's not bullshit, because you
Yes,
don't remember
it is.
that whole shit that happened? It was the same thing with
Listen.
Fable. The same thing happened with Fable. They didn't know they were getting canned until they heard about it from a third party. Because remember, they came out, Lionhead came out and said, we didn't even know we were getting canned.
So, no, some of the people, but you telling me a big company like Microsoft will open themselves to lawsuits by getting rid of people in that kind of bullshit manner? Come on, man. Let's stop talking like
We don't
that.
know how their contracts go with. Hey, we don't know how their contracts go when they write off people. They could have a disclosure that says, "Hey, if we cut you, yada yada yada, we have to give you a certain amount of time." We don't know. What I'm telling you right now is they have canceled more games than just two. You can't sit here and tout to me that they've only canceled 2 games.
Let me tell you, I am actually British. You understand? And companies can't do that kind of shit. You're gonna owe people millions
That's
of
it.
dollars.
Hold on. That's it. That's in the UK. That's not here.
That's Lionhead. Lionhead was a company based in the UK. You're following the UK laws. They had to give them notice.
Yeah, and do you remember though? Do you remember what they did? They gave them a month. Hold on.
Notice and severance pay.
Yeah, and that's what Microsoft did. But that doesn't mean that they don't have to announce in that 30 days. They can announce first publicly and then announce right to you afterwards. But they still have to give you that 30-day reprieve. And Microsoft did that. So they did their job on noticing the people. But the fact of the matter is, you just sat here and claimed that fucking Gigantic wasn't done by Microsoft, and I just sat there and showed you that it was done by Microsoft. It was done by a second-party company that Microsoft supported. Just like fucking Scalebound, and just like Scalebound, Microsoft canned them. So you're telling me that Microsoft only canned 2 IPs, and we just showed you that they didn't.
Okay, so that's 3.
That's not 3. That's also the game that the fucking
the Phantom Dust remastered, or the
Phantom Dust remastered. Fucking the people that the game that they canned so they could do Gears of War 4.
We're not gonna the what?
The game that they canned so they could do Gears of War 4. I guarantee that game will never come up to light. That's another cancel. That's 5.
No, you can't say because we didn't see an actual game. We saw a tech demo of a guy climbing.
It doesn't matter. It was still a game.
It doesn't matter. So you're telling me then that rubber ducky shit Sony had in the tub, that's a canceled game.
Yeah, it's a canceled game. If they show us a game, hold on. Here's the thing, man. If they show us a game in development, that means that game has been in development long enough to warrant to be shown. Correct?
A tech demo that's just showing what the hardware is supposed to do?
It doesn't matter.
Let me ask you then. Okay, so where's Deep Down? Where's Deep Down?
That game hasn't came out, but that's not. Hold on. That is a third party. That is not produced by Microsoft.
No, it's Sony.
You talking about
it's Sony? Yes, but it's still coming out. I guarantee that game will come out before the game we're talking about.
What's coming out? Deep Down.
Deep Down. I guarantee Deep Down will come out way before the game that we're talking.
Oh, please. Deep Down is coming out.
Why not? They fucking brung out goddamn Last Guardian. That was 10 years.
And they shouldn't have. Did
they still bring it out?
Why shouldn't they have brought it out?
Shouldn't have brought out what?
The game was critically trash. It was broken.
Wait a minute. They shouldn't have brought out what? The Last Guardian?
You said it was critically trash.
What's the Metacritic score on the Last Guardian? Even though I'm not a Metacritic.
Oh my God! You talking about Metacritic? Now we're talking about Metacritic. Now
that's what I'm saying.
I had dozed off, but something just broke me up. Just really.
Okay. Wait a minute. You want to know the Metacritic on Last Guardian? 82.
Wait, hold on. If I'm not mistaken, Halo 5 is 87.
Let me take a look.
Okay, and next. You're next.
Hold on. Correct me if I'm wrong. So you're saying 5 points off and it's trash?
No, the Halo 5 is an 84.
Okay, so 2 points off. So Last Guardian is trash.
What I'm
based off 2 points.
No, let's stay right there, brother. Let's stay right there, brother. Let's stay right there.
Let me. Any of you guys own Last Guardian?
I do.
I'm actually about to. I have a backlog, so I haven't played it yet. But that was one of the games that I wanted to play the most last year.
But here's the problem I have with fanboys. They talk about fucking Metacritic, and when you show them that one game has only like a 2 or 4 or 5% difference, they change the subject.
No, I'm not changing it. What I'm simply saying is that all the hype that went behind the Last Guardian, it didn't live up to that hype. It did not look.
It
good.
didn't matter. Did the game still come out?
You guys what? You guys
What
were
do
at
you
the
mean it
conference
didn't?
crying and shit.
What do you
Here's
mean
the
it didn't live
problem.
up to
Yet
the
again, you're
hype?
not answering my question. Did the game still come out? Yes, right?
Yeah, it came
So
out,
then Deep
but-
Down's gonna come out, correct? Are we gonna see that game that fucking the Gears of War developers were gonna make instead of Gears? No. So that game is
It was
canceled.
not a game. Okay, let me ask you.
It was a game.
It was a game. What was the premise behind the game? Tell me. What
We
kind
don't
of
know.
game was it?
Listen, dude. Do you
Because
not
it wasn't a
understand? Hold on.
goddamn game. It was a
Listen about
demo.
development. Do you not understand anything
who
about
is this
development?
guy?
A developer
Who is
does
this
not come out and show a tech demo if the game's not 6 or 7 months into development, warranting
I think he's
it to actually come
I
out.
think
It
he's
was a
like
tech
the
demo
he's like
they
the
showed in 2013.
Yo,
Oh my
who is this cat?
2013.
Somebody send me Damon's YouTube channel. I gotta see this shit. Damon, what's
I'm
your
not
YouTube channel?
on YouTube. I'm not on YouTube.
Damon, you need to get your YouTube channel.
Hell no.
He's gonna be like D in them, man.
Exactly. He need to get.
No.
Yo, bro, you are exactly like that, bro, all the way. You have no logic at all.
Yes, I do.
no,
Yes,
because
I
you
do.
know.
I definitely
Wait a
do.
minute. No,
But I'm saying no. But at the end of the day,
no,
you cannot.
quit with
every
this end
company-
of no. Quit with
every
this end of the
company
day bullshit.
In 2013.
No.
when everybody should have tech demo. Because everybody
No.
I'm done. I'm taking the start off and everything. I'm done. Fuck it.
Rambo fucking hilarious. He said, "Hell no."
Quit with this end of the day bullshit because you have this fucking circular logic. When one thing doesn't work out, you jump to another fucking point.
I said that shit all in fucking Porter Rocks podcast, man. The entire time.
Tell me.
This
You
nigga
guys
said,
are
"What's
trying to
the
say
Metacritic
a tech
score?"
demo. A tech demo. How could a tech demo be a game? A tech demo could not be a game.
No.
It's a tech demo
Let's
to
go
show
back to
this is what we're
the
capable
Last
of.
Guardian. Let's go back to the Last Guardian.
Okay.
Yeah, he
Alright,
talking
let's
about
go
what
back to the last
he said.
one.
What's the
Let's go back-
Metacritic
no.
score?
The Metacritic score was 82. Halo 5 was 84. And now he's
No,
sidetracked.
We're talking about the last.
Let's go.
So according to your hold on,
let us
according
go.
to your logic, man, then Halo 5 was dog shit
Jay,
based off the Metacritic score.
wait a minute. Let's go back to the Last Guardian because there's only been 4 Xbox One exclusives that's actually even scored higher than the Last Guardian.
You sure? What are the 4 of them?
Yes, Titanfall, Halo 5, Forza Horizon 3, and Forza Motorsport 6.
What's the
Sunset
third?
Overdrive.
What's the fourth one?
Those are the
Sunset
4.
Overdrive.
Forza Motorsport 6, Forza Horizon 3,
Sunset-
Ori and the Blind
Sunset
Forest.
Overdrive.
Ori and the Blind
Of
Forest.
course, okay.
Exactly.
Ori and the Blind Forest is a damn good game.
Exactly what? Why are you saying exactly like you proved a point?
You didn't prove any point,
What
dude.
is
You
the point
made
that
your
No,
point
but you
invalid.
guys are saying there's only 4, and I'm saying there's
Sunset,
only 4.
Sunset
That was
Overdrive
four.
scored 81. Oops.
No, Sunset Overdrive can be because Sunset
Yes,
Overdrive.
you said Sunset Overdrive. I'm looking at it right there. 81. I'm looking at it right here.
I'm done, Rez. I'm done. I'm out.
He said it can't be. Like
Yo, Rez, maybe we got the
is.
crack and he got the good shit, man. Because he's
Oh.
wrong with this.
oh shit, I'm done.
Maybe we got the bad shit, man, and he got all the good shit. Because something's
What?
wrong. Our logic's all fucked up.
Let me look up Sunset Overdrive for.
It's 81. I'm looking at it right now. An 81.
81.
Yes,
It just
that's
seemed
that
like
actually. So that means Sunset Overdrive was fucking dog shit, right?
I'm gonna tell you
What
why.
did Rise actually score?
Listen, again, I'm gonna tell
It
you why
is
that
an
caught me
81.
by surprise. I'll tell
It
you why
is.
that caught me by surprise because it was when you look at all the top sites, they were giving it
60.
9s out of 10s
60.
and 10s
No,
out
it's not
of
surprising.
Sunset Overdrive. What
No.
did IGN give Sunset Overdrive? I think they gave
I don't
it
give
like
a.
9
Wait a
out of
minute.
10.
Now we're gonna drill.
We don't
Now we're
give
gonna
a fuck
drill it
about
down
all
to
that.
each
No,
individual. Now
let's
we're gonna
stay
drill
right
it down
where
to
we
each individual.
Listen,
Oh no! Let's stick on
no.
Let's stick on
If
what
you
you
guys
said.
listen, if you would
Wait,
just
jump to a
listen,
different point.
if you would just listen. What I'm saying is the major sites.
Yo, I'm getting you on
Yeah,
Next Gen's
I
podcast
remember.
tomorrow, man. You'll fit in
No,
perfectly.
no. What
You know what? You guys.
Seriously, forget him a link to Next Gen's podcast. He'll fit in perfectly, son.
That is not what you said. You
Bruh.
did not. We did not talk about IGN
Ah,
the individual
I have
site.
not- I've never heard. I have never heard anything like this in my life. I swear to God, this young man went from Metacritic to IGN to I'm just trying to say, what the fuck?
About the GameSpot review, review, or the Polygon review, man, damn it, the Polygon review.
No, this shit is crazy.
Jesus, man.
All right.
Never heard damage control like this, man. Like.
But don't get me wrong, Sunset Overdrive was a good game.
Oh, I love Sunset Overdrive.
But goddamn, he brought up Metacritic. Nobody else brought up Metacritic. He said that shit was critically trash. And then he said, what was the Metacritic score? And when he found out that shit didn't work out, it was
Well, what about
here's the biggest problem, man. I don't care if you tout Metacritic or anything like that, but if you're gonna bring up a game, say it was trash to you. Don't say it was trash to everyone else, because what you think is a good game is different than what I think is a good game.
Well, no. If he's gonna go by Metacritic and say the game was critically trash, then you would go like a game like say Rise or The Order that scored like a 60 or something like that. That's critically average, like whatever. But you don't sure as fuck don't bring up a damn game that scored a 82.
And then Halo 5, which is the best game on the Xbox, at 84.
Score 2 points above it.
That's the goddamn shame. That's a goddamn shame that the critics barely like Halo more than they like the last Guardian.
Well, they like that trash ass game Last Guardian. You actually
a goddamn shame that the critics barely like the Halo 5.
Okay, so according to this, there was a total of 6 games that was canceled by Xbox, and it's since 2013.
Oh shit! I'm done. I am done for the night. I've been in too many podcasts.
Okay,
this is just.
I just have one last thing to bring up before we end this.
Oh god,
we're in this shit, and that shit. Since this is legitly titled COD Reaction, I just want to touch on COD for like less than 5 minutes. I personally think that game looks awesome. I can't wait to play it. I already got the Pro Edition. Cost me $170, and I am all set.
I'm sorry.
Can you please tell me what you like? I asked you this. What are you hyped about with Call of Duty?
It costs how much?
It cost me $107. I think.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Single player looks awesome.
You still haven't answered my question. What are you hyped about on Call of Duty? All you sent was a 2-minute cinematic trailer.
I already paid it off, so it doesn't really matter.
He's hyped off of nostalgia.
I think the Destiny 2 and Red Dead Redemption 2 are probably going to beat Call of Duty, but we'll wait to find out.
He's hyped off of nostalgia.
I'm waiting for that D-Day. You know, that wonderful.
So a section in a game that we have played probably about 50 different times.
Let's put it this way. I'm actually ready for Call of Duty World War II because I love that. I love the World War setting. And it looked the trailer. Obviously, it's a CGI trailer. It wasn't actually, it was in-game footage or whatever, but it was in-game like pre-rendered cutscene bullshit. But it looked badass. It got me pumped and ready for like a war type atmosphere. The only thing I hate about it, talk of putting women into the game. And let me tell you the reason why. I don't mind if the women show up like on the other side with like the French Resistance and shit like that, because that's where they were historically. Like women fighting in the like you're a woman soldier fighting in the battle on the United States side. Yeah, that loses.
Do you think that'll take you out of the?
We don't know if they're gonna do that.
That's the reason why, Jay. That's the reason why I preface that with if.
Yeah.
I'm saying if that happens, do you think that'll take you out of the immersion of the game?
It won't take me out of the immersion. It won't take me out of the. It won't stop me from buying it. Let's put it that way. But it will take me out of the immersion because it's not. It has no. There's no realism to it. Because that's one of the things that I like about like Call of Duty is that whenever they do their like the actual historical wars, they tend to stick with like the actual history.
Yeah, but here's the biggest problem. You know as well as I do, they're not going to get rid of them microtransaction boxes that they have.
I don't even talk about multiplayer because I don't.
No. But what I'm saying is, like, how can you be realistic if they're going to sit there and put fucking pink camos in there?
I just said in the campaign.
Oh, okay, in the campaign.
I don't give a shit what they do with multiplayer. Multiplayer it has nothing to do with realism. Multiplayer is just a bunch of people playing. So if they want to put women and everybody else in there, like aliens and shit like that, I don't give a fuck.
All right.
That's multiplayer. I mean, that's just a bunch of
I don't
people
care
shooting around,
about that
shooting
either.
each other.
This is my thing. I don't care what they do either way. My thing is though, why would you want to put women in the single player? Like, why are you trying? Why? I don't understand
Their whole
why
thing
they
is
feel
they
like
wanted
they
to be
need.
diverse with all the diverse lineups. So like,
Okay, well that don't make sense.
because of that
I don't have a
SJW
problem.
bullshit that
I don't have a
they're
problem.
going
I
on.
don't have a problem if they do it. I don't care either way. I don't give
Yeah,
a fuck.
I just
But my
don't
thing is,
like.
why are they pushing so hard to? We need to put women in this set. I mean, to me, it just doesn't make sense.
It was the
that they would
same
want to
thing
do
with
that.
BioWare, man, with making sure
Yeah,
that there's
whenever
a gay guy and fucking
when you
Andromeda.
put what's it called? When you put diversity in for the sake of diversity, it actually loses its meaning to me. Like if you're including people, but we included you, then you're going against the purpose of diversity. Diversity is meant to, where if there's a setting to where a woman can be included or whatever, then include her, but don't.
That's kind of like saying that Jesus was white, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, basically, yeah, I agree. I don't agree.
I mean, if you really want to be real, I'm just saying. I mean,
I'm saying that's what I'm saying, Evan. If we are actually being like, I can't stand the way that they portray. I don't even understand why they portray Jesus as being white because he's from the Middle East. Like that's the whitest motherfucker I've ever seen from the Middle East.
I can agree on that completely.
So I don't.
every time I see Jesus, he got blonde hair and blue eyes. I'm like, where the fuck did this motherfucker come from?
Well, hold on. I thought he had brown hair.
I'm sorry, brown hair. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
brown hair and blue eyes.
I was like, where the fuck
blue
you get
eyes, yeah.
blonde from, man?
Now the blue eyes,
brown, long hair, blue eyes.
But the brown hair, and the white skin, no, that.
Anyway, I didn't mean to
black
get us
hair.
on that subject.
No,
But I
you're
see what
serious. The same
Yeah,
thing.
we're getting into the next gen levels, man. We'll talk about
we're
Christ
talking about
and like that.
conspiracy.
Well, no, that's still the same thing, though. To me, I mean, to me, realism. Especially whenever you come out and you say that we did all this research to make this thing as authentic as possible, and
then
you don't.
then they just do something stupid and put women.
Well, I think they're doing that because like it's supposed to cover like the French Crusades and stuff like that.
If like I said, if they put them on the French side, then I'm cool with it because they were there in the French side.
Yeah,
if
well,
you
they
were
were also
fighting
there in the
American
German
soldier-
and Russian side too.
If you fight, no, they weren't. They were in the French rebel. The French.
No, there was a Russian sniper in World War II that has one of the most kills, and she was a female sniper.
But anyway, the
Okay, so where you want to go now, Rambo? Want to reverse?
Oh, I can hear him.
I think they should just save it for multiplayer.
What's
I
up,
think they
Halo
should
Stone?
too. I think multiplayer would be a.
They should just.
He's got to turn up his mic, man, because I can't hear fucking Halo.
Halo Storm is in here.
Yeah, he needs to turn
Yeah.
his mic up.
Yeah,
His
can you
mic's
guys
moving,
hear me?
you just can't hear him.
Yeah,
I
we
can
can
hear
hear
you
you. Say it
now.
with your chest.
Dude, what the fuck is wrong with Discord?
There
It's
we
not
go.
Discord, it's your mic, man. Your
There
mic's not connected right.
That's
Now-
a user.
now-
That's
now-
a
Dude,
user
it's not my mic.
That's a user error. We ain't never had that.
Yeah, that's a user error because I ain't never had that problem. And me and Rambo are probably the two longest ones on here. It usually ends up to be a mic, like your drivers aren't installed or something like that.
Well, he's on his phone.
Oh, he's on his phone? Then I don't know what the fuck it is. Did you
might-
download
I
the
don't
app?
even need to have a problem.
He might need to update what I'm saying. He might have an update ready for.
Well, I
Is
can
my
hear you.
audio
on his
quality
phone.
okay?
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
hear
I
you
can
fine
hear you.
now. I can hear you fine.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Alright, what's up, T-Reaper?
What's up? Okay. Do you have any questions for us and not trying to troll us?
Yeah, what's this I hear about Xbox canceling games?
Oh
They
my
have
God.
canceled games.
They don't cancel games.
You're trolling, son. All right, we're moving you down. You're trolling now.
Bro, it took me like 30 minutes to get in here.
No, don't.
Okay,
have
so
to troll.
okay, so you're telling me right now that Scalebound's coming out next year, fucking...
Dude, Scalebound is 2019, I guarantee it. Scalebound is still alive.
God, yo,
gotta be
Reaper,
kidding, right?
I didn't want to bring you close with your first announcement of this shit. Come on, man.
You gotta start being selective with the people you have in here, man.
Rambo, I did a podcast to you like last week.
I know my mind can only handle so much.
I know. I'm just joking.
Hey, look, man, y'all need to
I'm
stay
kidding.
off fucking Resurrection's crack. He needs to stop saying that.
How many times I got to tell you I don't?
Resurrection was right next to me. He
It's
sold me crack
cocaine.
yesterday.
It's cocaine. I didn't make too
It's
much.
cocaine mixed with
Look,
crack.
man,
I
I
take
don't
it
know what
together.
the fuck you're lacing in that shit, but you're lacing something heavy because these
I didn't make
motherfuckers
too
on
much. I
straight
didn't make
drugs.
too much money to smoke crack. Crack is whack, motherfucker.
My old Newman Sky thing is here too. Wow.
I had to pull a Whitney.
I made a new account and it like saved the picture anyway.
I made too much money to smoke crack. Crack is whack.
I think that pretty much does it for this evening.
Yo, now I know why the fucking damn Xbox community
Just got here
fucked up.
too.
Resurrection's been dealing these motherfuckers some heavy shit.
Yeah, bro. Like he made me think Crackdown 3 was coming out last year, and like I don't know, man.
No, keep talking. I can run it a little bit longer. It's only been going for an hour and 45 minutes.
All right. Look, Scaledown is gonna suck anyway. Like, who wants to use dragons in multiplayer and like totally kill giant monsters?
wait a
Like
minute.
that sounds so boring.
Did you say why did you even bring up multiplayer on Scalebound?
Because it was.
'Cause it
was gonna
yeah.
be multiplayer.
No,
I do
that's-
think the multiplayer was tacked on though.
Yeah, bro, shut
definitely
up,
think the
stupid
multiplayer
pony.
was tacked on.
Player was tacked on by Microsoft.
Yeah, it was definitely tacked on by Microsoft.
They had a
I think
gameplay
that's the
trailer,
reason why
though.
the production went bad too, is because they tacked that on.
You see, how come you guys always think everything that happened bad, it come back to Microsoft?
Because Microsoft owns
guys
That's
don't- how do you-
the media. That's the
That was
narrative change.
That's their MO, bro. That is their MO. They do that.
How is it their MO?
Next week, it's gonna be like Sony's perfect and like doesn't do anything
I
wrong.
didn't even
Hold
know
on.
that.
How is that not their MO? Microsoft has always made sure they tacked on into their games some form of multiplayer campaign-based aspect to sell it.
Excuse me, Voodoo Vince doesn't have multiplayer in it.
Quantum
Just saying.
Breakdown.
That's a
What about
fucking
that?
remaster,
What
bro.
about that first Titanfall? What about that first Titanfall bullshit?
What about that first?
Yeah,
Titanfall?
first Titanfall was single player only.
No,
what
the
are you
campaign was
talking
So wait a
co-op.
minute. So wait a minute. Is he gonna wait? He's trying to bring.
let me ask you.
Wait. You're gonna try to bring up Quantum
Titanfall
Break.
initially came out as a multiplayer game. All Microsoft did was
Wait a minute. He said the first Titanfall was single player only.
said
No, I'm trolling. I'm just kidding.
he was trolling. Come on. Titanfall was from the.
I'm just
from the
joking.
beginning, it was shown as a multiplayer game. All you guys are saying is, everything bad in the industry is Microsoft.
Now it's making
no,
video.
we're not
That's the
saying
point.
that bad
That's
is
a biased
industry.
bullshit.
Microsoft.
Now,
Quantum Break didn't have
hold
multiplayer in it.
Demon,
We
or whatever
never
your name
said
is.
that. We never
Demon.
said that.
How
now
did
you
you not see
blame it
the
up.
2015
You guys are now
E3 trailer
saying-
that they
One
tacked
at a
on that
time.
multiplayer?
You're saying, Scalebound looked like it was a good game until they tacked on multiplayer.
I did not say that.
Made
I didn't say that.
Microsoft
He
made
didn't
them
say that.
tack on multiplayer.
Hey,
I did not say that.
Damon.
That's what you
Demon.
said.
Now you
No, but
Demon.
Now you trying to blame us, Damon. Now you trying to
Damon.
blame us.
No,
But that's
Damon,
what you
Damon.
just said.
Damon.
I didn't
No,
say
Damon.
that.
Let
I
me-
didn't say
Damon.
that. I never said
Damon,
that.
let me tell you what I said. Microsoft added multiplayer on that.
and
I never
you
said
could
that. I
tell.
never said
Look,
that.
hold on.
Hey,
And this is how.
hey, stop.
Oh, man.
I never said that game looked good until multiplayer was added. I didn't give a shit about the multiplayer being added. The game looked good anyway. I was going. That's the one reason. Whenever that game got canceled, I sold all my fucking Xboxes inside my house.
Well, it was
like,
going to be
talk about that
720p anyway, so you know nobody was going to buy
What
it.
I'm saying is you could kind of tell that they tacked that on because look at the character models and everything that they put in for that trailer. It was the same character for
Yeah, it
all
was.
4 people.
It was.
That was
tacked
tacked on at the
man.
last minute, bro.
And you don't. You don't
None
put.
of us work in the
The
studio.
dragons look different though.
So then we can.
Well, the reason why it's the
No,
dragon
no,
no, no.
is
So
you
then
could
we
actually
can say the
customize your
multiplayer.
dragon.
Maybe they were like
So then we can
quintuplet
say
brothers and they were
multiplayer.
trying to kill dragons together.
Too much.
The multiplayer for Uncharted and The Last of Us was tacked on as well.
Damon. Oh shit.
Oh, it
Don't-
was.
don't
Uncharted 2
even
was
talk
definitely
about The
tacked on
Last of Us.
multiplayer.
Don't even
Shots
talk about
fired.
The Last of Us multiplayer because The Last of Us multiplayer is from the gods. I don't know where the fuck
Oh
you said.
my
talking
God.
about that.
Hold on,
It's
Rez.
tacked
So
Rez,
that
he
settles
has
it right there.
Rez.
That settles it right there. Everything.
That don't
Sony
settle
did-
shit. The
Rez,
Last of Us
everything
He has a
multiplayer.
point though about hold on, Rez. He has a point about probably Uncharted 2 because that was probably tacked on.
Uncharted 2's multiplayer was the best Uncharted multiplayer.
You see?
Uncharted 3
Everything
Uncharted
Sony
3
did
was
best.
terrible. Uncharted 3 was terrible. Uncharted 4 is terrible. But Uncharted 2 had the best multiplayer of the entire bunch.
Yeah.
That is a fucking fact. And
Yeah.
The Last of Us multiplayer is still extremely popular today. So I don't know where you got that multiplayer was tacked on. You have
The Last
lost
of Us multiplayer is what? Is popular when?
It's popular now. It's still popular.
I guarantee you can't even find it. You go.
Oh, you lost your goddamn mind.
You guys are crazy.
I stream that
Yo,
shit.
hey, Rambo, look up active user base for Uncharted. Last of Us 2 on PlayStation 4.
No, not Last of Us 2.
There's probably like 300 people on that.
Last of Us. My bad. Last of Us. Look up active
My God,
user
y'all are
base.
all fucking talking. Y'all are talking too damn much.
I'm like, where the fuck did he get that the Last of Us multiplayer was tacked on? That anybody will tell
you're sitting there saying, "Oh, that looked like it was tacked on." So
I never said that. You don't know who said what. I never said that.
You know why I'm saying that they were tacked on?
I didn't even know Scalebound had a multiplayer. I never said that.
Scalebound didn't come out. It was one of the factors.
I didn't know.
Showing the game.
I didn't know that Scalebound even had a multiplayer. You keep saying I never said it was tacked on. I didn't even know they had a multiplayer coming out.
And I never said that it was the game was good until that. Because the game was still the game to me looked like fucking golden. I was never gonna play the multiplayer.
Okay, let me ask you what looked good about Scalebound? What looked good about Scalebound? Tell me. What looked good about it?
PG, you get to fight with a dragon. You get to ride.
It was Monster Hunters mixed in with fucking Devil May Cry. It was a perfect combination.
So did any of you guys try
awesome.
Crimson Dragon? Did any of you guys try that?
Oh, you got to be.
Oh my God, you got to play.
He's got me. He's got me. I wanted to play Scalebound, but I didn't want to play Crimson Dragon.
That was trash, right?
That you have to be.
If that was trash, then what made you guys think Scalebound was going to be good? Scalebound didn't.
Yo, hold on. Let
this is what we call an anti-pony
right now.
Are you putting Scalebound on the same term? The same the Crimson Dragon on the same level of Scalebound?
No, it's not.
At least Crimson Dragon came to fruition.
Oh, you got it. You got to be fucking
dude. Yo, hey, Brandon, this dude on next podcast, you gotta go with this, son.
I'm just saying.
I'm not gonna troll anymore because somebody's already doing my job for me.
Bro,
so I'm be serious from now on.
He's fucking at it. He lost me when he said.
Oh, that dude is crazy.
He lost me when he said the Last of Us multiplayer was tacked on. You lost.
I don't know about that.
No, he lost his mind. He said Scalebound is the same as Crimson Dragon. Are you fucking?
Dude, Scalebound is coming out tomorrow.
Oh my God! What the fuck are you smoking, bro?
Again, I'm asking you guys, what looked good about Scalebound?
Okay, so can I talk?
I'll tell you what I liked about it.
You guys were living on a prayer then. You guys were living.
Okay, can I talk without you
saying wait, just a minute. He said we were living on a prayer.
Yeah. Because you're
saying Scalebound, come on.
Wait a minute.
What looked good about Scalebound?
I've already told you.
Can I tell you?
Jay, just a second. I've already told you. Just a second. I've already told you what I thought looked good about it, but let's go back to living on a prayer.
No.
Rambo, before you do that, can I explain?
No, you can't, because I'm gonna make sure that he knows what the fuck is going on here. Because let's talk about living on a prayer. Whenever we went into the holiday season of last year, and the Xbox One S came out, Scalebound was a touted fucking game as the reason to go out and buy a fucking Xbox One S because it was coming out.
Yes, it was. What the fuck are you talking about? You know how much backlash Microsoft got?
You are. Dude, Scalebound was not canceled until this year.
Listen,
who Microsoft get backlash? Microsoft, no matter what Microsoft do, they get backlash. So saying that's how much backlash Microsoft
because they're doing some fuck. They're doing some
stupid shit.
Hey, fuck me is my word.
I never saw one ad showing Scalebound. When they released the one.
Hold on, Rambo. Let me explain this.
When they released the Xbox One S, they talked about Gears of War.
Yo, Damien, can I talk?
They talked about
when they released the One S, they were talking about Scalebound because it was supposed to release around it.
Damon, can I talk? Can you be quiet for 2 seconds so I can talk?
You guys are talking shit.
No, can you
They never took Scalebound as a reason to go buy an Xbox. They talked about Gears of War 4.
Yeah. They said
Horizon 3.
They said Scalebound.
Hold on, David. Do you not remember the best lineup of 2016 where Scalebound was in the fucking commercials?
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
And they put. You know what? That's what YouTube is for. Let's go to YouTube.
Are you kidding? They said, remember, they had that same lineup. They had Fable Legends in that lineup, and then they had to retract Fable Legends out of the fucking trailer.
And they put Scalebound. They said they pushed Scalebound over into 2017 because they had too many fucking IPs releasing in 2016.
Yes, Microsoft said that. Microsoft said the reason why they wanted to push Scalebound back to 2017 is because they had too many games in the lineup, and they felt like it would have been better to push back and it would have gave the development more time to polish the game.
Did you say 2016?
Yes, they had the lineup. It was supposed to come out last year. Remember, it was supposed to come out fall of last year, and they pushed it back to this time, and then it got canceled because it was supposed to come out around the same time Zelda came out.
Damn.
I'm looking for the ad. I'm
roasted.
The ad on YouTube.
Are you fucking retarded, bro? It was one of their. It was their biggest fucking trailer for fucking winter of last year. Everybody was looking at that trailer. What are you like? I swear, you're on some fucking high and crack. Whatever the fuck you're smoking in
this
Puerto
is like
Rico,
crap gamer times 10.
Anyway,
this is beyond crap gamer level, man. Shit.
All right.
This is a crap gamer Kaioken times
hold
100.
Before we leave, what interests me about Scalebound that no other thing was doing was you actually had an interactive dragon AI companion that you could run around with. And the whole entire world and concept was a new, fresh take on the actual genre. Because you were getting pulled, just in case you don't understand what Scalebound was about, right? You were a kid from a city inside our actual world that got pulled into this new universe, and you were going to be the last dragon rider, is it was essentially what it was going to be. That's from what Platinum was talking about after they canceled Scalebound. And that's the reason why you see the guy with the beats and everything like that. Is because he's going to be the very last dragon rider. That's the reason why I said that multiplayer looked like it was tacked on, because it didn't match with what fucking the original writer of Scalebound said the game was about. Because that's why he said they were in the multiplayer side of things, that they were supposed to be using all of the same character. Because he didn't want to put multiple characters in that because it didn't match with the actual lore in the universe. The lore of the universe was supposed to only be one dragon rider, which was the main character. That's why I said that the campaign of multiplayer was tacked on.
Let's get back to this. That the E3 2016 lineup.
Not the E3 lineup. We talked
was
about
Ark, Battlefield 1, Dead Rising 4, Final Fantasy 15, Forza Horizon 3, Gears of War 4, Gwent, Halo Wars 2, Inside Minecraft, Recore, Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2, Scalebound.
And Scalebound was the biggest trailer that had at that lineup.
No, they didn't. No, it wasn't.
Yes, they did.
Yes, the War was the biggest trailer they had.
But besides, obviously that's true if Gears was on there. But I'm talking about next to Gears. That was the biggest next trailer.
Scalebound was shown at last year E3.
Yes, it was shown at last year's E3.
It was 2015 when they talked about the greatest games, because that's when
they showed it at last year's E3 too.
No, they didn't. No, they did.
Yes, they did. We have a podcast. We have a podcast called Game Talks Podcast on Rainbow's channel. You can hear me hype up the shit on Scalebound when they showed it at E3's trailer on there. Jesus. It's on Rainbow's channel where we're sitting there conference and I'm blowing that shit up.
At the end of 2015, they said
this guy is insane.
Best Xbox.
This guy literally needs to say what's crap. I swear.
They said the invite.
They say 2014.
This dude's gonna be in a mental hospital.
Yo, Bonds, come in here, please. Please come in here.
You need to stop with this bullshit that Sony's right.
Reaper, I appreciate the invite,
because
but all you
guys,
no problem, man.
I can't argue with this nigga.
you guys told no, Sony's doing everything right.
These niggas from the islands be thinking they know everything. I can't argue with them.
I can crazy shit about you guys. At the end of the day,
damn,
dude, you need to go with D in them.
Because we actually have video. We actually have video.
Nah, he's not that crazy.
No.
This is the childish behavior you guys.
It's BGST hiring.
Oh, you this and you
You
that.
guys are childish.
Nah.
You guys suck.
That's nonsense.
Yo, bro, hold on. How can you argue with facts when there's video evidence out there, bro?
Where's Deep Down? And I'm willing to guarantee you, Deep Down is gonna get scrapped.
Hold on. How can you hold on?
What the hell is deep down?
Deep down. We're not talking about deep down right now. We're talking about the lunacy that you have been spitting out about Scalebound. Scalebound was at E3's press conference last year.
I never said it wasn't, but they never told
You
me.
just said it wasn't.
No, I didn't. I said it was not part of their grid.
Bro, I'm gonna take the audio clip of this podcast and I'm gonna put fucking the best moments of the retard of the week. And I'm gonna have you saying every shit that you just said that you didn't say.
They did not told it as part of the greatest games lineup for 2016. They did not.
Dude, they did.
Oh my
You know
god, yo.
Yes, you. Oh my. No, you're done. You're done. Let's end this. Let's fucking end this. I'm done.
All right, I'm T Reaper. Thanks so much for guys for watching. I deeply do appreciate the support. Shout out to everybody who joined the cast tonight. We had a lot of fun, and I didn't even have to do it drunk, so that was a positive thing. All right, everybody, shout yourselves out.
This island has got some crack. I'm out this bitch because I need to get some aspirin. Fuck this shit. I'm out.
Yo, is that crazy dude? Oh.
Rambo.
Is everybody gone?
No, Rambo, shout yourself out. Okay. Resurrection, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here breathing.
All right.
Just me and you two.
Oh shit! I just found it. I just fucking found it. Xbox One E3 2016 games lineup.
Are we still live?
They did show Scalebound.
It at E3.
Resurrection, give your outro.
They showed it in a trailer, and it's from the original Xbox channel on YouTube, and they showed all their games in a trailer, and at the end it says greatest games lineup. So you were wrong.
Thank you.
The greatest games lineup in Xbox history.
Wait a minute. Before we leave here,
They showed it twice in the same trailer. Actually.
Damon, do you actually pay attention to fucking gaming, or you just pay attention to Crap Gamer?
You guys keep misunderstanding. They had a.
This guy is like Crap Gamer on Crap Gamer.
He's Damon. Damon. He just said at the end of that trailer it says greatest games. You just said that they did not do that in 2016 for the greatest games. He just showed you on the Xbox channel where it shows Scalebound in there, the trailer twice in there, as a matter of fact.
And I just found the one
where it says greatest games. So
and
again,
I just found the one for 2015, and it was in there too.
You are fucking wrong again.
Rainbow, he's not gonna listen to you. It's like talking to a wall.
It's in both of them. 15 and
like I said, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this video, Reaper. I'm gonna make the greatest moments of the retard of the week.
It's basically who can shout the loudest. I'm not here to shout.
Can you guys even hear me? I'm not even sure if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
They had an ad.
Yo, T Reaper. Yo, you got some crazy people on your podcast.
I do what Next Gen does not allow.
Even Next Gen wouldn't have this guy on his podcast.
Well, I just told Next Gen you can have him on tomorrow. I messaged him. I said,
all right, I'm out.
Next Gen be like, oh, I'm broken. I'm out of here.
Talk to you guys later. And
join my motherfucking Discord. Peace.
Peace, everybody.
Yo, you gotta give people links to your Discord for people to join.